Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T or just plain old TT. Y'all see the thumbnail? Bud Crawford gloves. Is it controversial or not? And we're going to get back in just a little update or checking in on the WBA situation or their pending agenda going forward. But y'all know the drill. Before we get into all that, first, let's turn to Welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT, or you could call me just plain old Miss T, or just TT, whatever you like. So, we're going to talk about a couple of things. I'm going to turn this music down just a tad bit. So, y'all see what we're going to talk about, but y'all know what I do at the top of my hour. We do a water check, because after all, water is a life sustainer, and we all about being more productive with our own lives, right? Getting healthy as best we can, even if we don't run the gamut of health things to do. This is one area where we can do a change effectively. You don't need a lot of money. You know, your pockets don't need to be broken down to parade rest. So I speak on it, and I hope it rub off on you guys. I've met my my benchmark per day. Usually around this time, I'm at 10 bottles of 8-ounce bottles of water, and I've met that. So roughly, I got about 2 more bottles of water to drink before I call it a night. You know, and I've reached that because I definitely drink some more water after I get off the show and everything. But I don't know. Damn, I ain't even touched the thing. Oh, it went out. I was gonna say, what the hell? I ain't know what happened just now. But anyway, we advocate here at Boxing Fans Talk TV for everybody to drink at least 100 ounces of water. It's not as hard as y'all think it is to do. You know, every adult out there should be drinking at least a gallon of water, and you can't say, oh, I'm too small to drink that much. You know, there is a formula, half your body weight in ounces of water to drink. So let's say a person weighs 120, then half your body weight would be 60 pounds, right? So, yeah, You can say, yeah, all I need, 60, well, half your body weight is 6 pounds, so that's 60 ounces. So you can say, yeah, all I need to do is 60 ounces, which is easy to get per day. But I would say, even if you 120, try to drink 100 ounces of water. I would say if you 300 pounds, go for 100 ounces. But anybody can drink a gallon. Mostly your elite athletes drink like a gallon a day, at least. There is a such thing as overdosing on water, so be careful out there. Also, I get a lot of questions like, why you always talk about it? And I told you guys why. Because I want it to be like a movement. Or even if I reach one person, I want you to be thinking about that. You hear it enough, you're going to start gravitating towards that. If you hear somebody say, drink water, 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 that's going to be a staple in your life. So that's why I do it. So we know people don't drink a lot of water. We say at least twice a day, if you're not a big water drinker, that you should drink water. And that's first thing in the morning, before them toes hit the ground, before you get in the bathroom and do your normal, that you should drink 8 ounces of water. We just talking a cup of water, y'all. Easy to down a cup of water. Have it on your nightstand next to the bed. That's why I said before your toes hit the ground. Now, some people will quiver and say, hey, I don't like room temperature or warm water. Learn how to drink warm water or room temperature. I ain't gonna say, you don't have to heat up the water, but learn how to drink room temperature water. But I prefer mine's cold. So I have me a mini fridge in my room. And we advocate that you go and get you a mini fridge, even if it's a little cube. My mini fridge is waist high. It's not big at all, but it holds enough refreshments to get my family through the night. That way you don't have to trek it down to the kitchen. And while you're there, you be like, oh, I can go ahead and fix this. And let me pull out these leftovers and warm me up a plate. Because trust me, if you up good enough to walk down to the kitchen, or if you live in a ranch style type house, walk to the kitchen, you up enough to fix, you hungry enough to fix the plate. Because little do you know, when you're in a deep sleep, you are essentially fasting. You are fasting. So we fast every day. That's why they call breakfast break fast. Break the fast. I'm sure I'm telling people stuff they already know. So I'm not trying to talk to y'all like y'all dummies or whatever. I'm just saying there might be somebody out there to be like, and that's who I'm talking to. So you drink your water. If you think of your body as the engine and the water is the lube, it's going to help things move efficiently and fast. Well, in a timely manner, that is. And you want that. You want everything to move smoothly. You want everything to be working on all cylinders. That's why you drink your water. Because that's what's going to help your body do all the transactions it needs to do in the course of a day. The second time that you should drink water is at night. When you get out the shower or the tub and you throw your pajamas on, you get in the bed, you don't go to sleep right away. You read an article in a magazine, or maybe you look at 2 programs, 30-minute programs on TV. It's in that time that you should drink your water. 8 ounces, just a cup. Drink it down. That's going to help your body go through the transactions it goes through when you're in a deep sleep, which we all need, right? So a lot of reads going on. Revamping, rebooting, recharging, recleaning, recreating. I can go on and on. But these are things that's going on in your deep sleep. And don't you know that it needs water to do all this stuff? So you don't want it to pull from the storage you got. You want to keep it bountiful and plentiful. Stocked up. Keep your water stocked up inside your body. Clean out those veins. Clean out those arteries. And here's a fun fact. The average person burns between 900 to 1,000 calories in a deep sleep. Not a cat nap. but a deep sleep. And that's what you need. You need that. Every last one of us need that. Lucky for us, that's how our body works. If you go to the gym and you go balls to the wall and count out the actual calories of your workout, you may be at 300. The average workout is like 150, to be honest. But I go ahead and throw extra on. I double it because I know a lot of people like to think that they go balls to walls in that gym. Oh, I did a good workout today. Boy, I was on that treadmill, man. I did an hour on the tread. Blah, 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 blah. When in actuality, even though you sweating a lot, you only did 300. And as of note, sweating is not an indication of what people think. I sweated so much, I know I burnt a lot of calories. I know I lost weight. Sweating is an indication of your body attempt to cool down. That's it. But I understand, and I don't want to take that from nobody. I understand that we as humans, we look at the sweating like as an indication of how much work we put in and how much we probably burned or what was our progress. But it's actually an indication of your body cooling down. If you sweat more and more, the more you sweat, it means your body really needed to cool down. If you sweat just a little, your body only needed a little cooling down. That's all it tells you. So do drink your water. And the American Heart Association agrees that drinking water at night before you go to bed is good for your heart. And I'm telling you, you're never too old or too young to do maintenance and preventive maintenance on your heart. Because once that heart get damaged, or once that heart run into a little issue, you can't go backwards. It's one of them parts of your bodies that don't let you go backwards. The heart is damaged, it's damaged. The deal going forward is to stop the damage from moving forward. You can never go back and say, damn, that I broke that. Let me go back and fix that. Don't work like that. A lot of other stuff in your body is resilient, though. It'll go back to normal if you start treating it right. But that's one of them areas, once you damage it, it's damaged. So do drink your water, and drinking water at night is going to help you first thing in the morning too. So drink y'all water, y'all. Drink your water. I'm glad to be an advocate of drinking water. I know a lot of black people out there, especially, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to exclude the whites and the Latinos that might be listening to me. That's not what I'm saying. I just speak on what's prevalent in my life, and I'm a black woman, so you always hear me say a lot of black people, this or that. A lot of black people out there, they don't drink water. I just was talking to a lady at the store the other day, and she was like, I don't really drink water. She was shaking her head like, She 38 years old. I said, come on, sis. What you doing? What you think? You think you got time? You think you get a pass? You 38 years old. I thought she was 32. You know how black don't crack. But she said, nah, I'm 38. I said, girl, you better jump on it. You are way too old to not be adherent to this. But anywho, so I'm off that rant. Let me do a little housekeeping. Please, 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 in my James Brown voice, please, 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 please don't go. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, you've already locked in. You ain't got to hit it no more. Just hit it that one time. But every time you come up in here, hit that like and share button, please. In my humblest voice, hit that like and share, especially when you're watching me on replay, and leave a comment. Basically, lean on my lazy when you step into my easy. And basically what I'm saying is, hit the damn like button when you step into my square circle, and everything gonna be all right. Now, if you have any questions or whatever, like I said, leave comments or statements. Leave comments. I read them. I'll take them into considerations. If you have a question of anything I said in the past, present, or you think I'm going to say in the future, and you want to head me off, hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. You know, I'm not monetized yet, so I speak on my Cash App. I'm trying to get there. YouTube be messing me up, taking shit from me, giving it back, taking the shit from me, giving it back. But don't be afraid to hit that Cash App, Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm appreciative of all Cash Apps, past, present, and potential future. As I told y'all before, I put it right back into the show. You know, I got all kinds of gear and equipment around my computer that helps me with this show. And so thank you for all of that. And do understand and realize I come on Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't give a care what the thumbnail say. Yeah, YouTube be on some shit with that one, so I don't know what's up with that. But now that I've got the housekeeping out the way and my water check out the way, let's get into it. So I asked the question, and I know my boy ATL, who's in the building, was Poppy King. He said, I'm done with it, Miss T. Like, I ain't gonna make big hay out of the gloves, controversial or not, you know. He didn't say it in those words, but he said, hey man, it is what it is. I'm done with it. I feel you, ATL. But, you know, when I went back and looked at YouTube community today, I heard a couple of things. So I said, you know what, T? Make a video. Make a video, but it ain't going to be long, drawn out, and in-depth. We're just going to kick the facts, and we're going to keep it moving. So I asked the question, Bud Crawford gloves, controversial or not? Controversial or not? Then after we talk about that, we're going to mosey on into the WBA's agenda. As I told y'all, I'm going to keep up with that story because they're making some power moves and y'all not seeing it. You know, some of y'all not seeing it. Normally when things happen in life, it didn't just happen that day. That's a rarity. I know a lot of people believe like, oh, it just happened. But it's like if you throw a rock in the middle of a pond or something, and then you watch the ripples go out until it don't, you know, until it reach shore or reach land or whatever, then it fizzes out. That's how you got to look at a lot of incidences that happen in life. It's very rare do things just happen out the blue, even though it appears to be that way in real life. So let me get into it. So y'all saw the picture. I even circled or pointed out to where his gloves was busting at the seams. Okay. Now, Antonio Tarver, the commentator on the side, said he had saw it, but he ain't want to say nothing. Now, some people can take that and run with it and make a big to-do about it. I don't got that much time in the world. I can't tell you why Antonio Tarver saw that and didn't want to say nothing. The only thing I could do is speculate. He probably felt like I felt when we were notified that the gloves had a malfunction. I didn't know it was a malfunction until the referee Sparkle Lee, which she did an excellent job on that fight with Crawford and Avanesyan, until she stopped the play and called the timeout and walked them over to the side of the ring to get further guidance. I didn't even know. So I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, the Antonio Tarver, yeah, somebody gonna make hay of that. It's like, what was you trying to do? What was the agenda? I'm not gonna make hay of it. I couldn't tell you why. You have to put the mic in front of that man's face and ask him. As far as what the referee did, she did her job. She did an excellent job. She walked him over to the side. The commission looked at him. They did their job. They made a call. They made a call, which we be calling in the military a command decision. When you a leader, when you a boss, you got to make a command decision. And you got to rock with it, whether it's right or wrong. You got to ride that way, whether it's right or wrong. And every decision you make, as long as it's done with a good heart and no nefarious or malicious intent, you got to work with it. You got to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. So a lot of people have, said that should have been stopped right there. Gloves switched out. Now, I heard a dude say it, and I don't believe him, but I'm not going to, this is another area, I'm not going to make big hay about it. On another program, dude said that he heard him say, we don't got no extra gloves. Like it was told, get some extra gloves, and they said, we don't got no extra gloves. Now, I got to tell you, I'm not saying that Terrence Crawford or his team didn't say that, because I'm just telling you, I never heard that. I watched the fight like 2 or 3 times, and I still ain't heard it. But I'm not going to go on no campaign to tell you it wasn't said. I just didn't hear it. Okay? Anybody else who heard it, y'all welcome to come up here and tell us when that was said or break that part down. But I'm just saying, I didn't hear it. That's all I can say. Right? So the commission looked at it, and they made a command decision. Now keep the party going. Now I looked at when I noticed it, because it was brought to the world's attention. I looked at his gloves. I don't have a I ain't gonna say opinion. My opinion is kind of useless, because I'm like, well, I'm not an authority in this situation. I can't call a shot. There was no padding laying in the ring. It wasn't falling out to the point that there was no padding in between where his knuckles or fist would meet dude's face or body. It was, to me, it looked like the stitching was burst open. It was coming apart at the seams. The thumbnail that I put up, I had arrows pointing to on both gloves where it looked like the stitching came loose. But again, the padding didn't come out. So we know that the commission, not Bud, not Bomac, not the ref, not the judges, the commission, the people whose job it is to make that command decision, made that command decision to keep the party going. But I'm sure, I'm just giving a benefit of the doubt. I don't know this, but I'm sure in light of what happened and what was happening, I'm sure somebody on Bud's team probably ran back to go get an extra pair of gloves, just in case. Because it was my understanding, and this was just my understanding or assumption, that they was going to let that round continue, don't stop the momentum, and then the next round rectify the, in between the break, rectify the situation, which would have gave a lot, him and his opponent some extra time to gather themselves, because you got to get the gloves off. I'm sure, like, when they continue the round, let's say he didn't knock out Avanesyan. When they said go ahead and keep the party going, somebody could have ran back there during that time, grabbed the gloves, ran back, and when the round was over, be taking off his gloves, okay, and then be putting on the gloves. Now that would have took longer than the break. They could not have done that transaction all in one break. They probably would have had like a 3-minute break instead of what they normally have. And so, I mean, that's the nature of the beast, right? And then they would have came back to fighting. But it don't matter. When the referees give dudes that 5-minute break from getting a low blow, it's a break for both parties. But what we do know about taking long breaks like that is that the momentum is broken, right? Whatever you were setting up, whatever work you had in the mix ready to go, you have to start it all over again. And breaking the momentum can change the trajectory of the fight. Do anybody think that David Avanesyan was going to turn around and beat Bud ass? Hell no. But he could have came back. As I tell y'all all the time, I don't got Bud 100% washing nobody. I can think of one person, I think in the welterweight division, that I got Bud completely washing. Like, I don't give him no chance. And nothing against this young fella. But Mikhail Fox, y'all remember him? He's a good boxer. He know his shit. He knows how to box. But when people say lighten the ass, he is the true embodiment of lighten the ass. None against you, young man. Not talking bad about you, but you're very thin and lanky. And you in the welterweight, and everybody that fights you seems so much thicker. Now, that shouldn't matter, right? Because Tommy Hearns, the younger he was, that's what he was, tall and lanky. That don't mean nothing. His son, Thomas Hearns' son, was tall and lanky. He ain't his daddy. He couldn't fight like his daddy. But his daddy was a beast, right? So it don't necessarily mean just because you're thin, tall, and lanky that you can't do no damage. But looking at Mikhail Fox, there's no way. I got a lot of people beating him. If you can move, if you can just box, you ain't even gotta be the best boxer. But if you can box, you can probably stick in with him. He is a great boxer. I would give him that. His skill set, as far as knowing how to box and knowing what to do, he's on fleek. But he has no power. And I doubt if he could take a power shot from Bud. And it don't even have to be Bud's hardest shot. I feel that way about him with Earl Spence. Like that's a fighter that I would say that Earl Spence would get in that ring and wash him. Again, no harm and disrespect to Michael Fox. But, in the end of the day, I did not give that to David Avanesyan. I actually gave him more of a chance. Yeah, he squares up, but he's young. And he hits hard. Because in his last 6 fights, he knocked everybody out. I mean, he knows he hits hard. He carries himself like he know he hit hard. And y'all can tell that from any fighter. Most people who square up to fight is one of two things. They absolutely don't know how to box. And that would be evidently clear within 30 seconds of the first bell ringing. Or they know they got some kind of power. And most of the time in boxing, because you rarely see a person get in the ring who just completely don't know how to box. I think a lot of checkpoints would have been missed on the way to the fight if you get somebody in that ring who completely don't know how to box. Because then you playing with a person's life at that point. But most of the people who square up and all that, they hit hard, and they know they do. So David Avanesyan, that was his game plan, to catch Bud tripping, slipping, tripping off him, like thinking he, catch Bud like thinking, overlooking him or just not taking him seriously. That's what I mean by tripping. Like, you thought it was sweet like this. So I'm going to catch you right quick. And either I'm going to hurt you bad or you going to be on notice. And I think that was his whole plan. Let me get one good one in on Bud. And then when I see him get more defensive, I know I got him. Bud never showed him that. Bud also has a poker face. He never showed him that. So I think what happened is when getting back to the gloves, I think it will be somewhat controversial for anybody out there who's reaching, who want to make hay of it. You'll get no argument from me. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I can only tell you how I feel and how I see it. I can only tell you that, like ATL said, my bro, yesterday, the steps were adhered to. That's what had to be done. Now we talked about the steps yesterday, but we didn't get a chance to hear from Everlast, who made the gloves. And that's why I'm bringing it up today. Because I see people already grabbing for that. They already trying to make hay of that. But again, I'm not going to trip. Because I know truth and everything is on Bud's side. So I'm not going to trip at the narratives and all that. But I did want to make a video to address it ahead of time. And then I'm going to probably let it go. It's a statement that Everlast put out. I ain't going to read all the statements, but I'm going to read probably the first 2 paragraphs. So Everlast statements goes as follows. We take safety and performance seriously. As the leader in professional boxing equipment, it is ever more important that we ensure the necessary steps are in place to review our product development process and the integrity of our gloves. This process includes close scrutiny of all materials used and construction methods employed in the production of our professional competition gloves. Our top priority is to ensure that every fighter who uses our products has a safe and secure experience. Now, that's the standard mission statement type blurb that any company should have. It's pointing out their mission, what they all about, their purpose, blah, blah, blah. This is where the explanation comes in. During the development cycle of the custom fight gloves used in Crawford's versus Avanesyan, a batch of defective leather was used in production, resulting in a malfunction. Now, I'm going to stop right there for a minute. It's not a period in the sentence, but I'm going to stop right there. And see, Everlast, I have to pick with you about, I can't protect this. When he said a defective leather was used, why would you put anything that's defective in any kind of professional fight? If you knew it was defective, why you use it? See, somebody can gravitate to that, right? So defective leather was used in production, resulting in the malfunction during the competition. In such cases, Everlast follows proper protocol by providing backup competition pairs to be replaced pending a decision by the sanctioning body overseeing the fight. Now, that's another area where they can have a lot of fodder for. That they give the naysayers, the haters or whatever fodder. Because that person who mentioned yesterday, whatever their name is, who said, Bud and them said they ain't have no backup gloves. See, Everlast had to say, wait a minute now. Wait a minute, player. Don't come with that bullshit. This is Everlast protecting their brand. See, I'm putting my stank on it, but, you know. Everlast like, hey, don't come with that bullshit. We give extra pairs. That's customary. But anybody who's been watching boxing for a long time know that that's customary. I don't care if it's Grant Gloves, Everlast, whoever, right? If we go back and remember when Marcos Maidana was about to face Floyd Mayweather, they showed that whole scene where they was back there picking the gloves. Well, we don't get to see that all the time, but for some reason that made the tizoo, and they was trying on gloves. That Floyd Sr., I think Leonard Ellaby, all of them put on the gloves that Maidana's wanted to float. Now, Maidana glove, they supposed to be new gloves, right? But Maidana's gloves did not look new; they looked used. And I guess in some fight that he had previous, because this is what he said, I got to use it in my last fight. But you fighting Floyd Mayweather now. You fighting the great Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd was like, And then Senior and all of them noticed there was no padding in the glove. So Floyd put on the gloves and said, fuck that. Ain't no padding in this glove. I see why you be knocking motherfuckers out. Y'all remember that? Put them in the same shit I'm wearing. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. But Floyd is Floyd. And Floyd he was the A side. And he had to pay them $2 million just to make him wear the gloves that Floyd wanted. Because I guess in the contract, it wasn't like everything got to be mentioned in the contract. But even though the gloves and all that stuff and what gloves they was going to pick is mentioned, when you change any little part of the contract, somebody going to get paid. Let me just say that. Whoever the one is trying to change it. And in that case, Floyd was trying to change the contract, but like, now put him in the shit I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it was said that those gloves had horsehair versus the normal padding, which means you basically knuckle fight, which is harder and dangerous than fighting with gloves that got the typical cushioning in it. So they was able to work it out. Because again, like I said, Floyd was the A side. And Floyd had the money to pay him. Now, just as a side note, in the Terrence and Avanesyan fight, I'm wondering, by them letting that go, like saying, yeah, y'all can finish the round, does Avanesyan have an avenue to seek out, some extra money? Like, do he have fodder? That's just me wondering. I don't want to start nothing, but I'm sure I ain't the first person that thought that and won't be the last. So I told you, I don't care for Bud. I'm just saying, this is not favorable news in a sense for Bud, because somebody gonna take this and run with it. They already doing it. They already trying. So picking back up where I left off. In such cases, Everlast follows proper protocol by providing backup competition pairs to be replaced pending a decision by the sanctioning body overseeing the fight. And again, that was Everlast protecting themselves. Nobody is going to put out that Everlast don't follow protocol. Nobody is going to say that Everlast don't send backup gloves. That what we ain't going to do is say that shit. So I don't give a fuck what Team Bud says, or Team Avanesyan says, or the commission says, or the judges says, or the referee says. Ain't nobody finna tell us or put out that we, as Everlast, our own brand, we don't send backup gloves. Because we do that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. That's what that statement was about. Protecting their brand, as they should. Then it goes on to say, a stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction, and the commission deemed the equipment was still suitable for competition. Now that shows you that everybody played their part, and they played their part correctly. You cannot get mad at the commission for making the command decision. Meaning you can't get mad, like you can't turn it into nothing when they have the authority to do so. Let me take it back a little bit and say, you can, as an individual, get mad. Whether you like Bud, hate Bud, or whatever, you can have the right to feel the way you feel. Had that not happened, blah, 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 or the commission was wrong, or whatever, you can feel that. But it's like one of them things, like I understand, don't mean I accept. Like how do I say it? I accept what happened. It don't mean I understand or agree with it. You get it? There gonna be things in your life where you accept what happened. It doesn't mean that you understand or agree with it. So you can't get mad at the commission for feeling how they felt, but they made a command decision. And who can make a command decision? The commission. So the right people made the decision that they made, and they have to ride with that. But Everlast is like, yo, I feel you. I'm cool with everything. Everything y'all saying. It was a malfunction. That shouldn't have never happened. I think it's because we used defective gloves. Now, in that part, Everlast, if you could point to the fact that it was defective leather, then the question would be, why you use that? Why didn't you run the test that people run on equipment to make sure it's safe and secure? Why would you leave with that in an important fight? That's a question that Everlast has got to deal with. But Everlast want to make it clear now. Wait a minute, when it comes to protocol now, nigga, I follows protocol. I sends extra. So don't say that. And it goes on to say, no foul play was at hand, nor was there any tampering of the product on behalf of Terrence Crawford and his camp. So Everlast made their point. The commission made a command decision. The referee stopped the play. Terrence Crawford team complied. If Avanesyan and them had a problem, they should have mentioned it right there. Or they could have mentioned it. So I just wanted to bring their statement. Now, ATL read about the rules and regulations, so to speak, of how gloves or equipment should be yesterday. Thank you for that. But this is a statement from Everlast that I didn't see yesterday, so it came out today. So let me introduce some folks. Our Money is in the building. What's poppin', King? Said Miss T. Modern King is in the building. Said Evening Queen. What's poppin', y'all? He said at Boxing Fans Talk TV. ATL is in the building. What's Papa King said, Miss T, salute, beautiful queen. Salute. Monty King said, what's great at Our Money, bro? And Monty King said, ATL unanimous boxing sports was popping. And then ATL returning the favor. No. Monty King said, just chillaxing. Listen. Monty King also said, I'm chillaxing and listening. I mean, we felt you. Reginald Peters, he said, hey, Miss T, what's poppin', King? Al Money said, MKB, what's up from I'm chilling, bro. Al Money, Reginald. Monty King said, celebrating with my girl and sister born day talk. Happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to Monty King's family. His girl and his sister. Happy birthday to y'all. Enjoy. Many blessings. Monty King said, yes, indeed, Miss T. Dan Tan is in the building. What's Papa King said, salute, Queen. Monty said, them gloves actually had real paws in them motherfuckers. Not them nut cracker punches, Miss T. Hey, TS, I don't care about the gloves. They ain't catch Fury. They ain't catch Bud. I feel you, ATM. Then Monty King laughing. Reginald said, Our money, bro. Reginald. Modern Boxing, what's up, bro? Them paws. Official Boxing Fans Talk TV. Crawford was turning them paws over like he was baking a knockout. He said, nah, this ain't Betty Crocker today. And you know what, Monty King? What I tell y'all, Bud has this ability to turn shit the fuck up like a stove. You know how like you turn up the stove or you turn up the oven, turn up the heat and shit? That's Bud. Oh, damn. Because like I said, when they stopped that, I was like, the momentum gonna be broke. The trajectory might be changing. Again, I did not say or feel before this fight that Bud was just gonna wash this dude. I felt like this dude had a decent chance to be victorious as well. I'm not saying he was an elite fighter. I'm just saying he had a decent chance. And I give that to most people. I don't look at people and say, oh, they just gonna watch that person. I just gave y'all an example of who I thought Bud could watch. Or Spence could watch. Every time we talk about Bud, we talk about Spence. Mikael Fox, nothing against this young man. I like him. But no, he wouldn't. I think that was total wash. If he got in there with Bud or Spence, hell, even Boots, even Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So when they was gonna stop it potentially and take the gloves off and all that, I was like, shit. Bud did all that prep work, going out the window. Reginald said Bud needed no help with the fight. Damn, this music is beautiful, Miss T. Thank you. Yeah, it's personally mine too. So anybody listening to this music and want to add it, you gotta pay me, shawty. This is our personal music. I said, my uncle made it for me. So that's what it is. Destiny was popping, Queen. Sorry, Miss Destiny. She said, hey, my good sis. Cut that out, sis. Tay is in the building. Was popping. He said Fox would get destroyed by David. Yeah. You think, oh, that's interesting. Modern King said, laugh out loud. He said, evening, Destiny. Hello, Modern King. What's goody, love? I could tell somebody hate on that planet tonight. That hit the like button. Indeed, hit that like button. Smash that like button. Cut a jig on that motherfucker. Smash the like button for my good sis. It costs nothing. Indeed. At Boss T. Our money. What's good? Big Guppy. What's great, fam? Laughing emojis. F out loud. Shut, Martin King. I'm dead. Martin King said, Martin King, happy birthday to your peeps and many more to come. Just don't make any more. Girl. Exactly. Realist boxing talk. Champion Hot, what's poppin', King? What's poppin', Champion? Hey, he said salute Miss T and the MT brothers and sisters in the chat. Oh, Miss T's brothers. Hey, Champion. Whatever. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to address that. And I'm about to drop the link in a minute, but I do want to talk about something before we drop the link. Let me pull up this article. What is it? Okay. Just as notes, because sometimes we get news and it be escaping us. Now, I told you I was going to keep in touch with the WBA. And speaking of Mikhail Fox, a good segue. After his fight last year in August with Maestri, I think that's his name, and that debacle, that cheating going on and shit, you know, WBA had to revamp their whole system, right? They want to get rid of a lot of their belts that all of us feel are unnecessary. So that's what the box off was about. The one that they put Ugas in, that Earl paid step aside money to get him out of. That is what that was about, to get rid of all these belts. So they was like calling themselves, falling to the pressure of the fans who was thoroughly disgusted with that judge, the shit she said in her past, and how the fuck the WBA put her on the roster or the payroll when she felt like that. She should never be allowed to judge nobody boxing, because boxing is open to everyone. And if you already hate a group of people because of the color of their skin, you have no business in that. Matter of fact, get the fuck out of our country. Now, I can't really say that to somebody who was born here, but this bitch wasn't even born here. So go back where the fuck you came. Fuck your green card is revoked, you know, as far as I'm concerned. But we was all mad, including myself, about how the fucking WBA missed this shit. Not only you got all these goddamn belts trying to make all this money, y'all sanctioning bodies, y'all claim to be for a 501c, which is non-profit, but you trying to make a profit. Like, it's too much shit. You doing too much. So, you know, they've been going through it, like trying to clean up their act and everything. And the president, Mendoza, you know, he be trying to do stuff. So he trying to put out that he doing stuff. But I told you guys, the WBA has merged with the IBA, and that's the Olympics boxing entity that was running them, not the IOC, but I think IOC, not them, but the IBA, because there was a lot of corruption going on in there. So they merged with the WBA. I told y'all that's gonna bring power to the WBA. The WBA is waiting for their turn to take over. Y'all see, if you look at all four of those sanctioning bodies, which one would y'all say is the most powerful or the one that got the most pull? You probably gonna say the WBC. But soon, I'm telling you, there's gonna come a time when it's the WBA. It's like, what's better? Getting your fighters after the fact or catching them from the cradle? When the WBA merged with the IBA, guess what they're doing? They're catching all the good fighters from the cradle. They're catching the Olympic stars. They're catching all of that. Now, to the promotional company, because I'm talking about how it's set up right now, who puts themselves in line with the WBA? I already had gave some speculation as to what I think about each one of them. I said, well, like anything, there's always crookedness and there's always up front, you know, honorable shit. But the WBC has no honor, and the PBC pretty much got their ear. That's the PBC belt, the WBC. Mauricio Suleiman is in line and step with the PBC, always. Then you got the WBA. The WBA, I call it the Venezuelan belt. Its headquarters out of Venezuela. And anybody Venezuelan fighting, they're going to cheat for them. You already know, off the dick. Off the motherfucking dick, they cheating for them. We don't get too many fucking Venezuelan fighters. So last year with Mikhail Fox, that dude, Maestri, was a Venezuelan fighter and had close ties with the WBA back home. So that's why he got the reprieve that he got. So you either Venezuelan, Second, you either Latino or the highest bidder. That was the WBA. That's the jacket that I put on them, allegedly. Then you have the WBO, and y'all already know who the WBO owned by, allegedly. That's Top Rank. Top Rank. All these shits is allegedly. This is my speculation from what I see. Top Rank is in line and step with the WBO. And have been for years. And y'all know that's Bob's belt. Then you got the one and lonely IBF. Now the WBO, by the way, headquartered in Puerto Rico, and the WBC was headquartered in Mexico City, but they had said months ago, and I guess they scrapping this idea that they was gonna move to Houston, and that the Charlos had a lot to do with help angling that, putting that move together, that they was gonna move their headquarters to Houston, but they haven't done it, you know. And I don't know why they haven't, why they hesitating, I don't know. But that was the word on the street. Okay. So the IBF standalone, headquartered in New Jersey, ran by a guy born and raised from Australia, a black guy, ex-soccer player. So the IBF, you don't hear too much bullshit with them. Not to say they don't be into some bullshit, but you just don't hear too much about them. So the WBO, the merger, they about to make a boxing academy in Africa, of all places. I put out something about that weeks ago. I can't remember the name, you know, it's an African name or whatever, but it looked like they sparing no expense. And it's going to be good for fighters who get to travel to these different academies, because you can learn how to be a coach, a referee, a boxer. It's all that stuff the academy going to offer. But I'm saying they catching Olympic fighters from all over the world. WBA is going to have the news on these fighters before anybody else, and probably be able to point them in the right direction. That means to the promotional company who wants to line themselves up with the WBA, you would have found a good thing. But they're going to have power and juice. They're going to have the power and the juice. We just going to see who going to be their partner in crime in the near future. Martin said, nah, I'm over the baby maker. He said he's shutting it down. Laugh out loud, standing. Miss T, stop it. Stop it. Wait a minute, Miss T, stop it. That dude couldn't hurt Bud and never had a chance, but was toying with that dude and put on a good show for the fans. I know, listen, champion, he had a chance. David Avanesyan was not a wash. Michael Fox would be a wash, but David Avanesyan was not a wash. And that Michael Fox would know better. He would know better than to want to get in the ring with Bud. It's like, why would we even want to see that? Like Michael Fox, we can't say that about David Avanesyan. Bud and Earl are the best two welterweights in the division, so they better than everybody. But it don't mean that the other folks, especially ranked members, are not good enough to have a chance. See, I can't say that, champion. Destiny said, champion, I gotta agree. Well, y'all agreeing on that one. Al Money said, General Big Fish. It's my bro up in here, General Big Fish with Papa King. I like how Crawford was burning them gloves off his hands. That shit could be a commercial. Crawford just keeps on ticking Everlast Company. Let's go. He said Destiny Black Santos was at the fight and said Bud clearly toying with that dude. Now, I do agree that Bud was carrying him. I do agree with that. I do agree. But before the fight is what I'm saying. I can't look at that matchup and say Bud gonna wash him. I never think that. I don't always think that about Bud. If anybody I want to think that about is Deontay Wilder, and look what happened with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and post this link in the chat. The other thing I wanted to say real quick, and I'm gonna read it. Santa Cruz vacates the WBA featherweight title. the WBA announced that they just received a letter from the PBC stating that WBA featherweight super champion Leo Santa Cruz is vacating his title effective immediately. Santa Cruz will be pursuing opportunities at super featherweight. This leaves Lee Wood as a sole WBA champion. Further advancing, and the association goes to reduce all 17 weight classes to a single WBA title. And I told y'all that WBA was in the business of getting rid of a lot of their titles. So now Leo Santa Cruz is finally getting rid of his title. What's up, y'all? Destiny, you was in first. What you got on?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, what's up, Destiny? Hold on.
Music is giving me my life right now.
I'm gonna turn it down a little because I think it's messing up your voice. You said you like the music?
Man, like incense and everything. I'm like, I'm getting my damn life thing. I feel like I'm gonna ask about two concerts.
Hey, you hear that, Uncle David? They like your music. That's my uncle.
Yeah, Uncle did his damn thing with that. That's so soothing. It's magic. I love it.
Yeah, and don't nobody try to steal that shit. We gotta copyright it.
So I'm about to steal it right now. I don't know how to steal it, but I'm gonna figure out how to do it.
Y'all gotta pay to use that music. I told my uncle, I said, because every time you try to use music, they want to strike you and shit. I was tired of it, so I asked him to make me some music, and he actually made this shit last year. And I played it once, and then I set it on the shelf, and I told my uncle go copyright it, so he did, and then I said, then I'll play your shit.
It's really, really nice. It's so soothing. I mean, you got like the incense to it, right? And maybe like if you smoke, you may smoke something, or if you drink, may sip something. But you just got to. Incense is a must, though. I think, in my personal opinion.
So you think that's get some little Merlot or a blunt,
or Merlot or a blunt? One of the two, shit, or maybe both. If you're into both, shit, whatever you like.
I'll be sure to make sure I tell you. Y'all know how old this man is? My uncle is in his 70s.
Oh, well, he's still dope, though. He ain't never too old to be dope.
Yeah, he used to make music for commercials back in the day.
Oh,
that's how we met. We used to meet some of the people that do commercials, like the dude that played JJ Daddy on Good Times. We met him before when I was a little kid.
John Amos? I think that's
is that his name? Yeah. Yeah, and just other people
John
Amos.
We
were like, oh shit, But he didn't do that long. But he's always been in the music. He traveled. As a matter of fact, I mean, he one of them artists like that's probably would hit bigger after he gone. Like he did a song for Hall and Oates before, and but he never caught fire. But my uncle is a definitely a unique type person. He was labeled as a genius by the government. I have to say, like, it's one thing for me to call my uncle a genius because that's my uncle, but the United States government called him a genius when he was like a little boy. When he was a little boy, he scored. Them tests that they give kids in school every year.
Yes,
whatever they called it in his generation, he scored up, the highest in the country. They came looking for him.
That's so.
Yeah, but he liked music. He taught himself how to play every instrument but the harp and violin. He just taught himself. So
some people are mentor, honey.
Yeah, enough of me bragging about my family, but that's my uncle, my mama, brother. I always call them two twins. But anyway, what you got on it with the little information that I brought out?
Oh man, you talking about Everlast, right? Everlast put up the whole thing, and then you saw one Bud's team members, whoever he had in his corner, they had the extra pair of gloves in their hand once Bud knocked out the Avanesyan dude or whatever. And they had the extra pair of gloves in their hand when they entered the ring or whatever to show that they did have an extra pair. I'm sorry. People are saying that Bud, the dude, David Avanesyan, was a tomato can or whatever. So Bud been knocking out cats, he knocked out Sean Porter, who's never been stopped. Why all of a sudden would he need to cheat? For everybody was saying it was a tomato can and that was an easy dude. Like he was just, he He was a sparring partner. Why would he need to dumb down his gloves for that dude?
Yeah.
Of all the people he fought in the ring, he's gonna cheat for this dude, for a so-called nobody. It makes zero. They gotta make it make sense at some point.
Exactly. But like I had said, somebody actually put out that when the commission, when they were talking over there, that somebody on Bud team or Bud or somebody said, we ain't got no extra gloves. That's why I read the statement tonight of what Everlast said. Because Everlast was like, no, don't do that. We give y'all extra gloves. And I didn't hear, did anybody else hear Bud or Bomac or anybody on his team say, we ain't got no extra gloves?
No, they had an extra pair of gloves. If y'all go back and look at the fight, look at the end, like, when they go into the ring, one of Bud's teammates had like a pair of extra, like, Everlast, the same gloves that he had on, the exact same pair, like brand new pair in his hand or whatever. So apparently, like, in that round, they went back there and got the extra pairs or whatever. And, you have to get your gloves checked anyways. The other team has to see the gloves. They have to inspect them or whatever. And I guess they're saying, what Blue Glove was saying earlier, that they were complaining they never got to stick their hands inside the gloves or whatever. Well, that's on your team's fault. But you saw Bud didn't have them gloves look completely solid, around the knuckle area. If you're gonna cheat, nobody's gonna cheat with their damn thumb. Let me open up my thumb. Of all the places to cheat at, I'm gonna open up my thumb so the stuff can come out there. That makes zero sense. Who does that?
They want to thumb somebody because in that El Perro fight with Erislandy Lara, that's one of the main reasons why I don't like him, because he knows how to thumb your eye. Fucking Erislandy Lara, he did that shit. Did you remember how big El Perro head got when he did that shit? Man, I would have tried to kill his ass. I was like, I hated Erislandy Lara from there. I didn't like him anyway, because when he started losing, if you watch all his fights, when the fight getting good and he can't control it, because the dude is an excellent boxer, I give it to him, but he would start doing some cheating ass shit, to get himself back in the win column. I ain't like that shit.
I like Andy's Landy Lara, so I'm partial to black Cuban fighters anyway, so I'm not going to stand for this slander. I'm not going to stand for that slander.
My bad.
You made a great point with that Erislandy Lara. Boxing Fans Talk TV and the Queen Destiny Black, both of y'all, happy day queens and happy day queens, and I love that music. I'm feeling that vibe. You mean to tell me somebody made that organically? That song organically. That's awesome.
My uncle knows how. I don't know how he do it. He builds studios in his house with his own equipment, right? He'll sit down. Yeah. I don't know how he have all the music represented, but when he's playing it, he playing it from his guitar. And you'll walk in and be like, Uncle David, can you whatever, and then he'll stop playing, and all that music will stop. And I'll be walking out like, how did he have the drums, the guitar, the keyboard, and everything? I don't know how he do it, but he's doing it from his guitar.
I love it. It's so cool.
I don't know how he does it, but the man is a genius with that music.
Yo, that's awesome, Queen. Yeah, I just came in because I seen y'all was over here cooking, and women talk boxing too, world. So that's what it is. You got two beautiful queens here talking boxing, and I come over here because it's kind of like I'm familiarizing myself with the women too in boxing. It ain't just about the men; it's about the women too. So that's why I enjoy coming over here, Miss T.
There's only one queen, and then I'm a god. No, I'm just
what she say?
Modern King, you don't know this about Destiny. But she don't believe in queens. That's why I can't call her queen. But I call her Miss Destiny. Yeah, she don't believe in the word kings and queens.
Okay.
It was pharaohs.
Well, it's like, got you. I say gods and goddesses too. I say gods and goddesses too. So yeah, I remember that.
There's one queen and one god now.
I know. I feel you. I just felt like I had to address it.
I hear you. No, because I'm gonna remember next time. I'm gonna be like thinking of goddesses when I come here. Now I'm gonna call you a queen, Miss T, but I'm gonna be like, okay,
I'm
goddess.
Cool with the word queen.
Yeah, you know that. Hey, you know what I was thinking though about like the about like what happened with the gloves. Instead of
Mm-hmm.
like making it into a negative, you know what? This could be like an endorsement deal for Everlast and Crawford. They could kind of revamp their brand, and they could also be like having Crawford doing like a commercial, like burning the gloves off or some shit, like in
That's
real
dope.
time.
That's
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
that's
In
a good
real
idea.
time,
yeah.
it could help
They like
boxing
when
out. It could
when
help. It
life
could
give
help
you
bring
lemons.
everything back.
What did Beyonce say? When life give you lemons, make lemonade.
You know?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
talking about
like
the
why
other
tear
day.
it down? Why tear it down? You could
Yeah,
build it up instead of tearing it down. Like at this point, you know what I'm saying?
like
It shouldn't be negative. It should be positive.
I'm interested in seeing if Earl Spence took my advice. Not that he probably look at my show, but did you make some lemonade? Because that car accident actually is a chance for him to make some lemonade. I really do believe that.
I
Yeah,
heard that.
he needs to get a damn professional driver at this point. Or he needs to ride an Uber.
no, no, I'm talking about he can turn what happened into something positive
Yeah, like getting an Uber.
across the board. Not just that. Look at Destiny. No, what I'm saying is a 14-year-old boy was
Yeah,
joyriding.
that was bad.
That shit happens all the time. Fellas, this is why y'all insurance is high over here versus females when y'all first get licensed. But
I
because
heard
they
that.
know that little boys gonna do that type shit. Insurance companies know. So mentor the little man, tell him it's all good in the hood. Give him a hug, mentor him from a
Yep.
grown man to a little boy, fix the problem. He joyride. They said that the little boy parents didn't have insurance on the car. So, you could do a solid, shoot them a regular car. You ain't got to get the most expensive, just something used, give to the parents and be like, these things happen. I'm
You
not
know
mad
what?
at him.
That's too much.
But
That's too much like right there though. But but hey, same thing with my idea, and your idea is way better than my idea because that's something that's like life. I mean, they both are life threatening, but that's like life threatening in reality, and like Crawford is like life threatening and in the ring. But like yeah, I get it. Like that's a teaching moment. That's a
yeah,
big teaching
yeah.
moment, and that could probably help somebody's how people perceive them in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
most definitely.
organizations or something that address this. He could become the spokesperson for people driving, because like when I got my license, y'all believe it or not, I got my license the around the same time that the movie came out, License to Drive. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. I don't know if y'all remember them. They real popular. But
I know
I
that.
got you remember them? They were
Yeah,
16. We all the same age. They were
I think I heard of
16 at the
Feldman before.
time.
I think I heard of Feldman before.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what movie? You don't know the Lost Boys. The Lost
yeah,
Boys. That's they were both in Lost Boys.
yeah,
I know you
Corey
know the Lost
Haim.
Boys.
They were best buddies. They was partners in
Yeah,
crime in the movie industry. And
yeah.
Corey Haim did Lucas, one of my favorite movies. Lucas when he was a little boy. But they were
This is
child
good.
actors, very popular and everything. And they turned 16, and that movie was funny as shit. And I'm telling you, I got a poster. Me, not my sister, not my brother. I got a poster addressed to me. This is when I be like, they know everything about your ass. I didn't write to nobody. I just got it in the mail. The movie License to Drive, and it was addressed to me. And they did that to all the 16-year-olds that year. And I was like, whoa. And I remember the day I got my driver's license, 1987, December 30th. I don't know why I remember that day.
Wow.
I
I
was in
was I,
11th grade.
I was 7 years old.
I was in 11th grade because you back then you learned how to drive through school, and you learned through your gym class in 10th grade. But I was too young to get my license like everybody else, and I was mad as a bitch. And so when I got to the 11th grade, I was playing catch up. I was 16 now.
They don't teach driver ed in high school no more because we had to pay a whole bunch of money for Richie to get his damn license. We had to take him to
Yeah,
semi school. It's not
I
for free
had
no more.
I had to put my daughter in some kind of driver's school. It wasn't attached to the school, and they
Right.
had to
It's
pay,
not.
and we had to pay. But for some reason I got some kind of benefit where they waived my fee. I can't remember why, but they waived my fee. She got in. It was only 2 weeks long, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What? That
They
ain't
ain't
long
about
enough
to.
to fucking teach you how to drive. What happened
Well,
to defensive driving?"
good old Texas didn't waive our damn fee. We had to pay full price, $275 for legal work. We had to pay full $275. Yeah, fuck Texas.
Don Sapansky, I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome to the building. It's my first time seeing you. Don't be a stranger. Come back more often, Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button right now. Don, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so right now. And once you do it once, you don't have to do it again. He said hi there and new to the channel. I see you, Key. But yeah, I just want to bring that up. What y'all think about the WBA though, and the moves they making, and what I was saying?
Well, they still hired that racist lady back, so I don't know how much I like about that. And they still got her damn husband up there too. So I don't know about how much I like it.
Yeah, they brought her back. They did suspend her for a while, but then they brought her back. What you gonna say, Martin?
Well, I didn't know anything about that. Miss T, and I wanted to say I enjoyed talking to you ladies, goddesses and queens, but I got to get back in the chat. I just wanted to let you know that.
I feel you.
Bye,
Thank you
Peace.
for dropping in.
Peace, ladies. I'm listening. Peace.
Yeah, so they did suspend her for a minute, but they snuck her in the back door again. But that's why I had did a whole video on that, and I talk about how they should go forward in picking their judges, their referees, and especially that fucking lady. There should be something. They should be vetted. Now, do y'all know that WBA had a seminar this weekend? When I tell you WBA is making power moves, y'all better pay attention. They making power moves because this merging with the IBA of the Olympic Committee, that's a power move. If I ain't never seen it.
They keep boxing out of the Olympics, right? Boxing's no longer part of the Olympics right now.
Well, they're gonna bring it back. They gotta clean the fucking shit up. So
they need to have a boxing commission. They need to have like a real boxing, like an oversight.
They had the IBA, and they deemed the IBA as corrupt. So they're about to get rid of that shit.
I'm talking about even in the professional sport too, not just the Olympics part, the professional side too. Like we need something. It's getting outlandish.
Oh, trust me, the Olympics coming back. Right now, they're going to have it for 2024. 2028, America not even on the docket for that shit. A lot of countries not. So you right about they trying to phase it out, but they phasing it out because it's corrupt. And this is why the IBA, who was the sanctioning body over that shit, is merged with the WBA, which is supposed to bring them a little bit more credibility. But man, you got two corrupt motherfucking organizations. I guess they think the two negatives gonna make a positive.
Well,
that's what they doing.
It's right. Whatever they're doing, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, girl. I gotta take what's that shit called? My old lady's pills.
Blood pressure.
No, girl. Prilosec. My heartburn.
Prilosec. Your heartburn. It's like everybody be on medication. Look, y'all. I almost didn't come on tonight. You know why? Because like I told them now that I think I was going through some stuff like kind of low key after my nephew's passing, because I could not sleep it's been about a month now that I've had trouble sleeping. But now I'm trying to get it together, and I said, man, I'm gonna approach this thing like I'm actually preparing for a fight. Y'all with me? Y'all want to do it together? Y'all can jump on the bandwagon. And me and ATL was talking about it last night. So it's been 2 days. I'm eating nothing but raw fruits and vegetables. That's it. Champion Heart, I know you be cooking. I looked at a couple of your shows, man. God damn, boy.
Girl, you're going to be a shitty mess for the next couple of days.
Oh, that's okay. I ain't worried about that as long as it come out. The problem is staying to it. When you do it the first time, if you ever try to eat right the first time, most of us have it within us to go hardcore because you don't know everything to expect and all that. And but when you do it the second time, you be like bullshitting. Like that what I be doing. Like, oh, I could eat this cookie here or I could eat that cookie there. But I haven't. AT, I was just explaining. I've been
What up?
sticking to it. I've been sticking to it. The water drink, I take it minute by minute. We're gonna see how long I can last. And y'all, I'm weak. I'm weak like a lot of people. But you know, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and admit to what I'm trying to do. You know, I ain't promising nothing. I'm really gonna give a concerted effort to stay to it. As long as life don't happen, and I you know, I can't even say as long as life don't happen. I gotta do it despite life happening.
You know what I like to eat though? Place I like to get my salad. I love Chick-fil-A salad. Though. I do love that salad. Their Cobb salad is amazing. I love to go to Chick-fil-A and order their Cobb salad.
You know what I've learned? That food. I've been trying to block this person out here, y'all. Sexfine.biz. I don't know who the fuck that is. I've been trying to block them out. They ain't letting me. But when you eat food, my mama used to always say, the food tastes way different when it's fresh out the ground than when you buy it in the store. And I was like, what you mean? Because she was like, man, we could pull an onion out the ground and chop on it. I'm like, what? Fuck that. She was like, I can eat figs. I was like, figs ain't even sweet coming off the witch collar. But she used to be like, it's a different taste. And this one restaurant where I live called Logan's, and motherfucker, their salad is so good. Like, it's crazy good. And I was like addicted to it. And then one day I asked them, I'm like, man, what the hell y'all doing with this salad? And they said, we got a local person that grow all our shit, and we get it from them instead of from a truck. I was like,
know.
God damn.
Chick-fil-A salad is pretty amazing. Chick-fil-A. All they think to do is add cucumbers to their salad and maybe some red onion, and it's edible.
I like them little breakfast bites with the goddamn bread in the morning.
Two breakfast bites.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, Chick-fil-A.
It's like the nuggets and like got a little half a folded piece of bread, like the breakfast little nugget shit.
I never tried that. I
tried the nuggets, but I ain't tried no breakfast bites.
Me neither. I still get like the salad. I like the spicy filet.
Bread and folded in half. Oh my god.
Well, what's in the chicken salad? I mean, the Chick-fil-A salad, Destiny.
The top one, it has the egg. It has tomatoes, carrots, cheese, corn. Of course the chicken. It's something else. I'm missing some things in there, but it's a lot of stuff. I believe carrots. I think I said carrots. It's a lot. It's the salad's good. It's amazing.
It's real good.
So, yes, and then you get like the I like the vinaigrette. I love vinaigrettes anyway. So.
Vinaigrette is better than them other dressings. Like, I see people, I never like ranch dressing or blue cheese or none of that bullshit. I don't like any kind of dairy type dressing. But
you don't like white stuff?
Huh?
You don't like white stuff?
I ain't eating none of that. That look like milk and shit, like
spoiled milk. I fuck that white sauce up.
Do what?
I fuck that white sauce up.
White sauce? Well, they say vinaigrette is the better dressing.
ATL, Missy like white stuff. She got a baby. She ain't get a baby for no reason.
I know you did. Miss Destiny got jokes. I do not have a baby with that there man. I don't have him. The PGA Big Dog said, "Oh damn, the Queens of Bud Justice League on the panel. Bud get in there with fury gloves. Amnesia needs to sue his ass." Man, look, all I say every time the PGH, at least you consistent.
PGA, hey, he ain't letting off your ass, man.
He ain't never gonna let off. He ain't never letting off, but he don't speak facts. So whenever he starts speaking facts, I'm gonna give him his credibility back. You know I love you, PGH. You know I got picked with you. Yeah, but I'm gonna try this salad then, Destiny. Shit. I do Catalina French dressing. That ain't dairy based. I got grapes in my fridge. I'll eat a salad. Sometimes ATL I want to eat. I want to chomp down on something. But I have grapes and apple slices and stuff like that in the fridge.
Grapes got sugar in it, right?
Yeah. I told you I ain't on that. I'm eating God's sugar.
Do you know that sugar is the number one killer in us?
It is, but fake sugar. We got to be real with what we're saying.
Even fake sugar bad.
No.
Yes.
I've been studying this shit for years.
See, I go to the doctor every month.
I know this, but I do too. Been going to the doctor since I was 24.
For my neck
trying to
and
figure
my
this
health
shit out.
every month. My doctor
And I'm
checks me
telling
every
you,
month.
the shit that I've learned. See, I'm just a believer in God. Sugar cannot fuck you up.
Oh, there you go.
I just believe in that. I know Destiny is not religious. Sorry to say that, sis.
I'm
But
gonna have to
God,
break
sugar.
the whole show down for you and just break it down.
Natural sugar can't hurt you.
Sugar and carbs is bad, bro.
But
It's the
processed sugar can.
It's the number one killer in black people is sugar. Period.
Yeah. We can't hear you, Destiny. We can't hear you, Destiny.
Can't hear you. You muted.
Yeah, you gotta unmute yourself. She giving us a whole monologue. We can't hear you. Let me type it in the chat. Can't hear you, girl.
Look.
Listen, she should see that.
Look.
We can't hear your ass. Monty King said, talking in circles at PGH. He said, why Bud keep lying and doing shady shit? Well, explain to us, PGH, where he lying and doing something shady. The clown win the fight and start trashing fans shady. Called Duckford out on his BS. It's not BS. I said everything. And look, I even gave what I think that y'all probably trying to run with. I only talked about it because as ATL said, we done with it. But I only brought it up because Everlast made a statement. And I see a lot of people like PGA trying to come out and say that Bud and them said we ain't got no extra gloves. So Everlast.
Only reason I don't care about the gloves.
Their brand.
You know what I'm saying? Fury ain't get caught, so I ain't aiming for Crawford to get caught. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
I put arrows on my thumbnail to show where it was busting out the seams. So if y'all think the gloves was that bad, no matter how you feel, I have no argument with you. Because you know what? Everything was done correctly. Now that's what we can all agree on. The referee stopped it. She walked him over. The commissions made a command decision. And that's that. You know, you can't put the jacket on nobody. Everybody did their job. Whether we like the decision or not. So I won't even get nobody no pushback. I know PGA's gonna come with the rah-rah. He said, do Destiny Black only come out when Duckford win a fight? That's cool. You gotta ask her when she come back.
Destiny.
He said, Spence fans got magnets on their eyelids. They wait with them eyes. They wait with them eyes open through the electricity elevation from.
Oh, Lord.
My kid, you gotta clarify. I was like, PGA said, look, see you. Okay. Destiny, PGA had a question for you. He said you only come out when Crawford win a fight.
Damn.
I'm not even gonna entertain the question. I refuse to entertain fuckery. But anyway, my Bud. You know what? I forgot who it was. Somebody told me though. Oh, it was Coach Malachi, I believe they said it was. He said he went to the after party. I guess it was in the hood. When I'm gathering what he said, it was in the hood, and he said it was so dope. He was like, it was so dope. He was like, pretty much once you got inside, it was like, everything was free or whatever. It was, it was complimentary everything. And he said like the whole fucking Nebraska pretty much fucks with Bud. Like, Bud really is that dude, and that's his his state or whatever. They all fuck with him. He carries the whole state on his back, and I like that. Like they love him there in Nebraska. They come out and show it off his head. And the fact that he had his, after party in the hood, like who does that? And he said there was no smoke, no drama, no nothing. It was just
no
really
incidents. That's even better. That's even better. PGH, I see you, General. Hold on. PGA said Duckford knew them gloves was fucked up. Amnesia posted a pic of those illegal gloves shady. Then he said the ref should lose her damn license. For what? She did her job.
She did her job. But that was the commission.
He don't be making sense sometimes. I think he do it on purpose.
Right.
The following the white boy PGH.
The commission was the one to say. The commission was the one to say let it keep going. If they really had like a grievance, the Avanesyan team, they should have stopped it and said, no, we don't want y'all to keep it going. Like, change the gloves. They didn't have no problems then. So what's the problem now? Get the fuck out of here. That fuckery.
What more could a referee do but stop it and take it to the people who have the power to make a decision? I mean, what more could she do? General Big Fish is in the building. Was Papa King? What you got on it?
Miss T, what's going on?
What's going on with you?
Hey, I just got a couple of questions for you, and then I ain't got nothing else to say. Okay. Okay. You are partially correct about the referee and the commission doing their job, but they didn't do their job efficiently. She did stop the fight and take well, it was a break. They was coming out of the fifth round, going into the sixth. So there was a lull in action. They were able to assess the gloves. They deemed that those gloves needed to be replaced, but it wasn't needed to be replaced immediately. They were going to give it one more round, and then they were going to get them replaced, correct? Isn't that what they said?
I'm with you so far, yep.
Okay, so that lets you know that there was something wrong with those gloves, but they operated in the mindset of the show must go on. They feared that the fans would start booing. This is an assumption right here, what I'm saying. They just this part right here. They knew that the fans would start grumbling and booing, like, man, we ain't got time for this. This ain't in Bud Crawford's best interest, because it's his gloves. So they did that. They made that decision, I believe, based on the principle of the show must go on. If those gloves were in that current state before the fight started, Miss T, they wouldn't have allowed that fight to begin until those gloves were replaced. So,
I agree.
So this isn't Terrence Crawford's fault. Anybody that's saying that it's his fault, they're miseducated on this. This is the commission and the referees' fault for letting that continue when they noticed that it should have been paused immediately, and those a new pair of gloves should have been brought to the ring. I looked up the rules on the Nebraska Athletic Commission, and they do have a section on there that says that it is up to the referee's discretion if those gloves needed to be changed. So she used her discretion, and the commission used their discretion and said, hey, this is not an immediate fix that need to be done, but after this round, we're going to address this. So therefore, Avanesyan has a right to complain about how they handled this situation. It's not Terrence Crawford's fault. To all the Bud supporters, I'm not saying it's Terrence Crawford's fault, but it is the referee and the commission's fault.
Big Fish, so can I ask you a question with that? So why didn't Avanesyan teams have nothing to say at the time? If they really felt like it was a big deal too, they could have stopped the fight too, right? They could have been like, oh no, change those gloves out of the ring, right?
Destiny Black, did they walk Terrence Crawford over to Avanesyan's corner and say, hey, what do y'all think about this?
No, but they knew what was going on.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. That's an assumption. We both make. I'm making an assumption on that, and you making an assumption on that, so we can agree to disagree.
But listen, Big Fish, I'm gonna agree with like 99% of what you said. The only difference that I will quiver with is I felt like Sparkle Lee, the referee, did what she's supposed to do. I felt like she made a decision based on the people in charge decision. And that's all she could do. It's like when a doctor come over. You remember that dude ear that was hanging off? He was one of them Smith brothers, and his ear was hanging the fuck off.
Oh yeah.
The fucking human in me, or you want to call it the lady in me, would have been like, stop this motherfucking fight, nigga. Your ear is more than half, like it's dangling, nigga. Shit, it's not attached. Fuck this. Ain't no fight worth it. Stop the fight. Done. But all that ref did was stop it, let the doc look at it, and the doc made the call. Now, to me, if I was the ref, like you said, the discretion of her, if I was the ref, my personal self, I would have been like, I don't care what you say, doc. I wouldn't even call the doc over. I'd have just been like, fight over, go get your ear attached. Because who the fuck want to walk around with their ear detached? So from his whole head, I ain't even talking about a little. I'm talking about the ear itself hanging off his head. So the ref, she went to the people in authority positions to make a decision. And based on their decision, she rocked with what they said. Now, we can all look back in hindsight and say, oh, you know, whatever. But I absolve her of any fault because of that. Everything else you said, Big Fish, I'm with. And if Avanesyan wants to come back and say, nigga, y'all got to pay me extra. Because all he can do is speculate. If that glove didn't split on the edge of his, the size of the stitching didn't come out, I probably could have had a chance. He could say that all he want. But then that would be something that they have to ferret out. I'm not mad at any of that shit, Big Fish. I'm not mad at nothing you just said.
Hey, Miss T, it's not a matter of whether Avanesyan that had a bearing on whether he was going to win or lose. We all know that wasn't going to matter. Terrence Crawford could have fought him with one glove and beat him. So that's not the issue. The issue is fighter safety, and that's what the issue is, Miss T.
Right, I'm not mad at anything you said, Big Fish. If Avanesyan, and I don't think it's a statute of limitation, Destiny. I think if Avanesyan want to come back, and I do agree with Big Fish on this one, he was in the other side of the corner, and I can't really say whether he knew what was said because he wasn't privy to the conversation. So if he wants to come back and get a recompense, then he can. I would not be mad at that either. If they want to come back and throw some money at him, I wouldn't be mad at that either. Some kind of compensation or whatever. Because he feel like they did. I'm not mad at any of that.
And Miss T,
he better sue Everlast and the damn commission and leave Bud alone, because Bud ain't had nothing to do with that. Sue the Everlast people and sue the damn commission.
Yeah,
they ain't got nothing to do with
Destiny Black. But Destiny Black, what do you think? What do you think if the referee would have walked Terrence Crawford over there holding his wrist and went to their corner and said, "Hey, are y'all okay with the fight continuing, or do y'all want to go get another pair of gloves?" Y'all, that's a rhetorical question. You know what they would have said.
Go get some gloves. But it would have been more than just the safety. They would have been trying to catch their breath.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that would have been the smart play.
That's the whole thing, Miss T. Y'all, you could say that would have been a competitive advantage for David Avanesyan, but both fighters would have been getting the rest at the same time. But it goes to competition. Those gloves were not high quality for that fight, and that's the whole point.
And Destiny make a point too, because if I was Avanesyan and you listening, I would go sue Everlast, because in their statement they said the leather was defective. Why the fuck you making gloves with defective shit?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss T, I feel you on that, but when somebody gets shot, you can't go sue the gun manufacturer. You're gonna sue the person who shot out the bullet.
You can't sue the company. No, you can't sue the company. A lot of times suits be like when you have, like, let's say you as a homeowner, right? You go out there, something happened, had nothing to do with your house or anything. When people come sue you, they can sue your homeowner's insurance anywhere where they can get money out of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works in civil, what they call it, those type of civil cases, wherever they can get the money. Everlast has admitted in their statement that they used defective leather. Now, come on, before you put a product out in America, I don't give a fuck what the product is, you have to ensure that it's not defective. And once you know it's defective, you have to do a recall, right? None of that happened. So no, I don't put that on. I really don't put it on the commission, but the commission has to wear the jacket on this because they the ones that made the command decision. The ref, Sparkle Lee, she did what all she could do, stop the fight and take it to the big honchos. They made the decision. And then as far as Avanesyan, he do have a route to go at Everlast and be like, y'all gonna break me off something, shit.
My thing is, though, Miss T, he didn't get stopped with his thumb, though. But I didn't stop his ass with his thumb. The thumb had nothing to do with his ass. He had his ass flush with a right hook. So that had nothing to do with the thumb was not nowhere near his face when he got hit straight on with that damn right hook. Nick was knocked out cold. They ain't got nothing to do with no damn thumbs or whatever else was supposed to be deficient in his gloves or whatever. A thumb.
Yeah, but that would be Everlast's defense message. That's what they would use as their defense. And may the best man win. They got a defense. They would come in and say, "No, you can't prove that what happened wouldn't have happened." And then he gonna say, "But look, because somebody say he had a laceration in his chest, or he had whatever." You know, they gonna present their case however they want to present it. I'm just saying, Everlast kind of opened the door for Avanesyan to come at them and say, "Why did you use defective leather? Why? For a fight, a professional fight?" And he got that is a good statement for Avanesyan to make in court.
If Deontay Wilder was not allowed to sue or whatever, he was, Tyson Fury was allowed to get along with floppy gloves, which I've never seen a day in my life. Even with Bud's glove with his thumb being broken open, his glove was not flopping. His glove was still solid. That cushion, you could still see cushion. You see knuckles in that the little knuckle part of the glove. You could still see cushion. There was nothing missing.
Deontay Wilder missed the boat because he wanted the rematch, so he forfeited that.
And Destiny, I agree with you on the top. I was the biggest alarm on that. I think that was some bullshit. That glove that Tyson Fury had on his left hand, that shit was flopping and shit. That shit was ridiculous. But you want to know the main difference between that situation and this situation? The referee in the Fury fight didn't yell time and say, "Hey, let's look at this glove." It never was addressed during that fight. So that's a major difference.
Also, that Deontay preferred the third fight rather than to, he could have did a lot of things, but he didn't address him because he wanted that third fight. I'm not saying it's bad or not, but people got to make the choices that they want to make. And we just, as a fans, be like, if they like it, we got to love it. But we might not, we can accept shit, but we don't ever have to condone it or understand it. And that's like in this situation, I'm accepting the answer that was given, but that don't mean that I understand it, because I'm with a lot of people. You just got to put on some more gloves. I am with that, but at the same time, I could put myself in Crawford's shoes and be like, "Damn, now I've been buttering this nigga up, I've been prepping this nigga, and now you breaking my momentum." And Avanesyan can be like, "I need a break. I need a break."
I'm not into the glove gate thing though. Y'all can go ahead with that glove gate BS. I'm not into it. I know there's no glove gate to me. It's just, it is what it is. He got knocked the fuck out. It didn't matter if he had the biggest cushion gloves on or whatever. He's gonna get knocked out one way or nothing. But it's just too callous, and that's what it is. I mean, if you like it, I love it.
Day, yeah, I'm not pissed. Big Fish, do you feel like it was a total robbery, or is that something that's really big? I only addressed it, Big Fish, because Everlast made a statement.
The only thing he was going to lose no matter what. He was breaking them down before in the fifth round going into the sixth. So it's not in my opinion, it's not a question about whether Terrence Crawford did that to get a competitive advantage. It was just something that happened randomly, and from the random act of those gloves boxing, from that point, it was mishandled by the referee and the commission. The referee passed the buck over to her superiors like what most people would do. She didn't want to be held accountable, so she got them to take a look at it. Mm-hmm. And then once the commission took a look at it and they said, "Yeah, we'll change this after this round," that let you know that there was a problem with them. But they just didn't feel that it was an immediate problem. So that's where all the speculation gets to come in from there, Miss T. Everybody goes say that the glove probably didn't have this, they probably didn't have that, and then just look at the way that he was knocked out. Like it's like, man, this dude could have died from that.
That's ridiculous. If people thought he could have died from his thumb his cushion from his thumb being open, which he was not hit with his thumb. Everybody thinks that they some haters at the end of the day. They some fucking haters. That's what they are.
Y'all see what PGH wrote?
Mr. You know what nobody's name is, Flounder. Which I used to say Flounder. Flounder, He always hit niggas in the nuts. So I can only say he's more
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Destiny. You muffled.
This man could Flounder hit the man in the nuts. He could have killed this man because he hit him in the nuts. Oh my God, he cheated. He don't deserve that win because he hit that man in the nuts 100 times. Same thing he did to Sean Porter. He hit Sean Porter in the nuts over 25 times.
How many points they take in that fight, Destiny?
Oh, how many points they taking on Bud's fight?
No, she's saying that the argument could go both ways. I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, because we always see pinching niggas in the nuts, though. We do know he's a nut hugger. We been know he's a nut hugger. He loves nuts. He's the almond joy ass nigga. So we can always say that too. Oh yes, Prince's always hit these niggas in the nuts. Man, we need to sue this nigga right now. I mean, come on.
But like this, you know what I say about this whole situation? I'm not even gonna put forth no pushback. I'm like ATL. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna push back no. And like I said, the only reason I brought this up because Everlast made a statement. I do see an avenue for David Avanesyan to get some kind of recompense from Everlast, though, not nobody else. And PGH, I gotta ask you. You say yes, the ref could get it. But hold on, listen. He said the ref could get it. I don't know what you mean by that. But she don't. But she don't belong in the damn ring. She ain't do her job. Amnesia could have that. Okay. Now, PGH, you making me think that you chauvinistic too.
He's definitely chauvinistic. He's giving me little dick syndrome right now. Get the fuck out of here, PGH. Stop it. Cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. Stop it. Stop the madness. This argument is really stupid. Like, it's so insignificant. We have bigger fish to fry. We need to worry about if we're going to see Bud fight. We're going to see PPC fight again, period. Because we don't know what's going on with Showtime and Paramount. That's what we need to worry about. Is PPC ever going to fight again? PPC fight.
What's up, ATL? You was going to say something?
My mind be different. I think differently. I look at shit like shit, get back, like shit, whoever got cheated by a countryman, shit, that would just get back.
Yeah, I try to be fair across the board, though. I don't hate the man.
You should have slid a knuckle out that motherfucker. Goddamn hooked his ass.
And for the record, Big Fish, I've been calling his name correctly the whole time.
You really got away with it.
See, and that's another point, Miss T. All the names, avocado and all of that stuff.
I've been sneezing.
That carried over to where
my niece and them,
the commission and the referee was like, man, this motherfucker ain't shit. We keep fighting.
So you basically saying when people attack your character or assassinate your character, it can affect your bottom line in your business of boxing because boxing is a business.
No.
That's one way to look at it.
No, that's what's going on with Crawford too. All
we were saying that this guy was a no-name guy who don't have no kind of pull. So if that was another big-time fighter in there, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, anybody of that nature, that fight would have been put on pause till we got some proper gloves in that ring. But since it was amnesia, it was like, oh well, he gonna lose anyway.
No, I don't think that's what it was at all. Because there's been plenty of times we've seen wild stuff go on in the ring and shit ain't never been called. Just like when after Barrett hit that man Abeko in his balls 1,000 times that fight. The referee, that Mora dude, matter of fact, referee Mora, who's very racist, who never called like not one like low blow. Actually, he ended up taking a point away from fucking Abeko in that fight instead of fucking Abnormares, which was like horrendous. Nobody understood what the fuck was going on in that fight. It was complete madness.
From me watching the fight, right, and what I got out of it, because I was high watching the fight, right?
Of course you was.
I was reading sign language and shit when they were talking about it, right? my conclusion is that they just had no motherfucking another pair of gloves in the back, goddamn.
Yeah.
And then, but you see the statement I read.
There wasn't no extra gloves. That's what I got.
Everlast was like, "Don't put that jacket on me, goddammit." And we sent about 4 pairs of them bitches.
Ain't no more goddamn gloves. Ain't no more back there shit. We ain't bring no more.
Whoever saying we ain't send no extra gloves is lying like a motherfucker. But at the same time, I heard him say that on that guy that was annoying as fuck on y'all show last night, Big Fish. That was talking over everybody.
Crawford said that, Miss T. We ain't
I
got
ain't
another
hear
pair.
it. I ain't
he
hear
said
it.
that. Come on.
I have to go
T.
back and look at it.
He said
you
it.
know.
We ain't got another pair. That came from the boss.
See, I ain't hear him say it, but
that came from
everybody else is looking.
Now I gotta go back and look at it.
That's how everybody was
See, but
looking.
look, if Crawford said it, I'm gonna go back and look at it.
Hey,
He's
you
saying
coming on tomorrow?
Crawford ain't never said that. Crawford never said that.
Yeah, I'll be up.
I could bust his bubble right now. There's definitely a dude who walks in the ring on Crawford's team side who's holding a random fresh pair of gloves. Miss T, I have to pull the fucking video. I will and show it. And I would definitely point it out and put a big ass circle on it. That's Crawford's team ain't never said no bullshit like that. Nobody said that.
I didn't say Team Crawford. I said Crawford, the boss himself said it.
Blue Blood has said it. Blue Blood said, Blue Blood part of BLK Prime. He's definitely part of BLK Prime. He actually offered me to go to the fight and everything else. He definitely did. Miss T, whatever. I don't trust bullshit.
Hey, Miss T, I don't trust nobody in BLK Prime that had anything to do with that show. Because example number one, Antonio Torrin. I know you heard this, Miss T.
I heard that. Yeah.
I seen it, but I ain't want to say nothing. I seen it, but I ain't want to say nothing. So they have no credibility with me. So
I mean, Big Fish, you reach it a little bit with that one. Because hold on,
I didn't say it. He said it.
I know, but you making a mountain out of molehill. Tarver said that, and I agree with you. He did say that. Now people have to stick the mic in his face and say, "Why you say that?" But to downgrade that organization because the commentator on there said that that's not right.
No, Miss T, the point is everybody would know where the bread was buttered at.
People find a way to discredit anything that Bud has association with. Whatever the case, what about your boy drinking and driving? What about your boy drinking and driving? What about your boy drinking and driving?
That's not the topic tonight.
What about your boy been drinking TikToks? Okay,
we talking about boxing. We're not talking about wine tasting contest.
He never had a baby mama say, "Oh yeah, he's on doing steroids. He's gay and shit." He never had no baby mamas do that shit. He only got one wifey. He ain't got baby mamas. He ain't got to deal with that shit.
Destiny Black. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop and all that. I just like talking about boxing.
It's on Twitter and on the TikToks. Actually, baby mama now, they had him on TikTok all drunk and shit, slurring his words and slumping all over. Worry about this nigga, all his thousands accidents. Worry about that shit. Worry about the nigga saying, "Oh, now my leg hurt. I can't fight now. My leg hurt."
Miss T, when you go rub off on Destiny, because you don't talk about stuff like
that. He trying to set us up. Big Fish, you trying to instigate some shit.
Where the nigga said the fight couldn't happen? He's like grabbing up shit.
I see what you doing.
He's strawberry sensual and shit, talking to like dudes all kissing on niggas.
This is boxing VH1.
But look, y'all answer. Y'all, let me ask y'all this: PGH, is he a hater or he a fact teller? I'm gonna let y'all, because I already called about. He said,
I don't know who PGH. Who is that?
This dude. You talking about propaganda, shawty. You talking about propaganda. PGH is known for this. Is my dog from day one. But he do be breaking us off with the propaganda. Ref fucked up. You don't like women to ref. I know. She's in the man's arena. Nebraska fucked up. Now the whole state fucked up. I know. Because Bud was born there. And Bud knew he had some BS. So, man, you hate Bud so much. And I've given him every opportunity, Big Fish, ATL, Destiny. Y'all know I've given him every opportunity to explain where the hate is. And the dude won't say it. He can't say it. That's why I asked him the other day, ATL, when you said you on some colorism shit. I said, "You light skinned, dude? What the fuck going on? You don't like Bud because he black as hell?" Like, I can't think of nothing. I had to resort to that because I'm like, what do you hate about this nigga?
The darker the root, the deeper the hate. You know how I go. The darker the root, the deeper the hate.
You really be hating Bud, boy. Like, you know how y'all be talking about. I know you say I'm probably gonna make the list, and I wear it with a badge of honor. Shit, run that. But my PGH can make the what's y'all other list? The opposite list. So we got the Bud for Buddies or B for B, however y'all say it. But what's the one for sensitivities? This insexuals. PGH is definitely a Earl sexual. He's definitely an Earl sexual. That dude won't listen to reason, logic, or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sensitivity. Talking about like, remember Johnny Gill got caught with like Eddie Murphy, and they was talking about like how they had like a little, gate, that little gayness going on. That's sensitivity and Yellow Beezy. That's his boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call them. They all together. They all love each other very much. That's why he was dancing all behind Yellow Beezy and shit, looking all down on his ass. That shit was odd, very odd, extremely odd.
Miss T, I got a question for you.
What's up?
He loves some little tink tink. He loves little tink tink ass. He likes little light skinned niggas with fat asses. The little tink tink. Remember he was doing homosexual dance and shit. He did a little homosexual dance. Little tink tink.
We were talking about Crawford.
Look, everybody got a voice on this show. What's up, General?
Okay, Miss T, I've been hearing this.
Nah, don't get upset. We'll get upset.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. General, ask me a question. What's up, General?
Okay, Miss T, I've been hearing this little statement going around the YouTube boxing community. And it's funny as hell, the tactics that get used to try to silence somebody. So if you criticize somebody in boxing, it's called self-hate now, and you're hating on the black man, and you should be ashamed of yourself. That shit is pitiful to me to use that argument. So I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. So if I say the Eagles suck and the Giants suck and the Redskins suck, am I self-hating and I'm supposed to root for the Eagles just because they got black players on their team?
No. But Big Fish, this is the thing. When you see hate, now we are all old enough to see hate, because when people let go logic and rationale, like ATL came to me, what you said the other day, and I rogered up. I didn't put no pushback. You had said something. What you say, ATL? You had said something yesterday. I ain't get no pushback. I said you got me on. Oh, when he didn't call out Earl Spence at the end of the fight. I said, you got me there. I can't say nothing. And y'all know I rep Bud up in this bitch. I do not rep this man here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I do not rep him. I don't hate him. I don't do nothing. That's Earl Spence right there.
Nut puncher.
Earl the nut digger Spence. But when he said Bud didn't call him out, I had to shut up. You right.
But do you blame him when I call him out no more?
He didn't. But it don't matter. He didn't call him out.
Hey, I have a question. I have another question, and I'm gonna shut up and be quiet for 30 minutes. I just want to ask this question, and I'm not throwing you under the bus, Miss Destiny, with this question. I just want to know, Miss T, is Miss Destiny a Earl Spence hater? Does she hate Earl Spence?
Well, you got it. Well, she said.
We should all know that.
So that's hypocrisy.
Yeah,
we should all know that right now.
But a lot of things. Listen, y'all don't. Sometimes a lot of y'all don't be here when I correct Destiny, and I don't let her get too far off the ledge. I have to reel her back in sometimes, and Destiny, no, I do.
But so this ain't about it ain't personal. It ain't just to her. This about everybody. I'm saying it's hypocrisy in it, because everybody that's saying that people hate on Bud and all of this, they say the same shit about Earl Spence and everybody else. But since it's their favorite fighter, they want a low blow and throw the race issue in there.
But I call it for what I see it. You know what I'm saying? I've heard the talk about Bud, and like I said, I asked the question, and every answer that PGA try to give me or other people try to give, that's not a reason. I ain't stupid. I don't think they are neither. You got to come correct. You can't, like I told you, I gave an example. You know how many times women get together in a cipher and be talking about their men and be like, this girl hate their husband. And then you be like, well, girl, what'd he do? And then a motherfucker say,
Damn.
you know, he did this or he did that. And I be saying in the back of my head, bitch, you know, goddamn well, you ain't mad at him for that. It's something more, but you don't want to tell me. You don't have to tell me. But it's more than that. And then you come to find out this nigga was trying to mow down every girl in the next neighborhood. You be like, now that's why you mad at him, bitch. But I don't gotta say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I smoke too much.
No, but I'm saying, at the end of the day,
y'all everywhere.
Go ahead, General.
Yeah, and I just want to say this. You know, I rock with you real tough. If I felt that you was any kind of way, I would, you know, I wouldn't be on your show damn near every night. So when I'm asking these questions, I'm not coming at you in any kind of way. I'm just asking these questions just as a whole. And that wasn't even a personal shot at Destiny, because I already know Destiny, how she rocked. That it's funny to me. It's just that people don't see it's the same thing on both sides that's going on.
But because you real fast up and you know what? I have nothing but love for you, genuinely. I have nothing but love for you. Like literally. I think you're like a good person. I think you're like hilarious. I really like love your whole aura. And I can tell you the truth. I'm very biased. Yes, I'm yes. I'm always gonna be very biased. And yes, I love me some damn Bud, and I do not like the Spencer boy. I don't like the Spencer boy for a lot of different reasons. I know like a lot of things. The other things why I don't like fucking the Spencer boy.
Yeah, and that's cool. So my thing is cool with that. I don't have no problem. So what I'm saying, I'm not gonna come at you and say, you hate Earl Spence and you hate yourself because you hate Earl Spence. That's what I'm saying is what I don't like about the argument. Like,
I don't like a lot of light skinned people. I really don't. Miss, you know that. I don't like a lot of light skinned people because the way we act. And that's the truth. I
We got two red niggas on the panel.
I know, you know, big picture, you feel about me, whatever the case may be. But big picture, it is what it is. I don't like a lot of us because the way we act. I think the way a lot of us act.
Destiny, tell you the truth. Tell the truth. Do I be agreeing with that philosophy with you?
No, she
had talks. And I always, huh? And I what?
She hates it. She has like a light skin with a light skin daughter. She hates it. But Miss T, I also know what I tell you, like, the reason why I say the reason why I like her. How do I be honest when I tell you the exact reason why I say it?
She said, boy, you better stop yelling at that daughter. Or we beat your ass up here. Tell me something, get to sleep. Nigga, we gonna do you like Bud just did. No, she just be saying like the things that they get away with, and she knows from her perspective the stuff that people get away with. This is why she can speak on it. But like I tell y'all have freedom reign to come here and say y'all piece and say what you say. But you know, be respectful. I like to end my show with all love. But you know, as long as you come like that, we good.
You know, this whole understand that, like I seen it, like I experienced it, I dealt with it, I know what it is, and I know what's not. And I think your family took it the wrong way. I think your family took it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And also, you know, all you can bring, you know, all you can bring.
We like can't hear you. I can't hear you, Destiny.
Okay, you hear me?
I'm some type of way now.
You kind of,
your voice be breaking up.
Sometimes. Mom ain't breaking up.
We hear you, but we like talk slower or something.
Okay, let me talk slower. I'm sorry. No, I think we can, you know, bridge the gap between, like, you know, in the Black community, we have to talk about things that really affect us. And the people that has more of the privilege, you know what I'm saying? Like, the privileged people need to talk about it more. You know what I'm saying? We have to, like, say, like, you know what? I know for a fact it's like, you know, for a Black light-skinned male, it's a lot different from a Black light-skinned female. And I know that for a fact, ATL. I know it's different for you, from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a Black light-skinned female's perspective. And I know the difference. It's a big difference. That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, you know, I don't want your family to think like, you know what? I hate light. I would date all shades of Negroes. Every shade of Negro I would date. From the lightest to the darkest. Have I dated many light skinned niggas? No, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not. But I would. If I felt like the dude was like, you know, a good dude, you know, somebody I was interested in, whatever the case may be. But I'm not like, one thing I feel like we cannot heal unless we talk about it. You know what I mean? We have to talk about it. And the ones who have the privilege, We have to talk about it. I know what Miss T goes through. I know what she goes through as a beautiful, dark skinned, melanated black woman. I know it. I think what she goes through.
Went through. Yeah.
Went through. With full lips, big boobs. Tall, dark. I know. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. I see what they treat her like versus me. I know it. And I know what your family. I think your family took it the wrong way. Maybe because I came across the wrong way. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't. Well, at this point, I really don't kind of care. Maybe not.
Nah,
really
this wasn't nothing against you, Dustin. You cool. I ain't got shit against you. Nah, I was just making a point in general.
Yeah.
I just said you are obvious.
Stop, Destiny. Stop. See, that's how I do it sometimes. Stop, Destiny. But he said he had me laughing. He said, "When Destiny when you gonna rub off on Destiny?" That's funny, Big Fish. It's like, I see what you do. I've been at this playground before, but in the end of the day, we love here at Boxing Fans Talk TV. I love everybody. We love everybody. If you come on here, you feeling me. You love everybody too, and that's how we gonna keep it. But I do call out stuff because with PGH and some of the Spence fans, I have to ask. I didn't ask you this, Big Fish or ATL or Q or Reginald. I don't ask y'all this because I don't need to ask y'all. If y'all have y'all favorite, y'all got y'all favorite. But where is the hate, PGH? Or other Earl sexuals? I'll be like, explain it to me. Because if you can't explain it to me, that's where I go. Yeah.
Miss T, do you know how
What's up? We lost you, Big Fish. Would you say, do you know how what?
PGH Bulldog. So that's a big question though. Y'all think when is Bud gonna fight the boy, Flounder?
Hello, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. We lost you, Big Fish, for a minute.
So
you said, when do you
as a man, do you know how it feels to be called over the phone, over the internet, Earl sexual? Like that that is a derogatory name that I have to just accept. that is a horrible nickname to have. Well, what you think about that, ATL, being called a fucking Earl sexual?
I'm president and CEO of the Earl Spence fan club. I want all the word.
I'm the assistant director.
So y'all proud of that name.
but look, Big Fish, I recently started saying it because like some of the stuff I just be like, man, you are Earl sexual. But I don't say it easily. I don't say it liberally. I've recently started actually putting the sexual. ATL can attest to that. I used to be like Earl Spence fans or whatever, Earl Spence fans, But just, but I know, I'm sure it's not a good thing.
It's all fun and games though.
Yeah.
The shit is a funny ass name, but that if we call Bud some kind of sexual name like that, the damn world will blow up.
But you know what? You can call me and Destiny Bud sexuals. We show and let me be respectful. We show but Earl, like it's the way that y'all, not all of y'all, because I never said to Reginald, I don't say it to ATL, I don't say it to you, I don't say it to Q. But the way some of y'all Earl sexuals be on his ass, I be like, damn, is that your girlfriend? If I was his woman, I'd be jealous. I'd be jealous as hell.
Man, you got me dying laughing.
Damn, can you do this? If I was his girlfriend, I'd be like, can you do the shit that I ain't gonna do? I'll pay.
Miss T, like, oh, was that your girl? Oh, I thought I recognized her. Yeah, that's how they.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, can you hook them up twice a week? I don't like to do all that.
Stop. Y'all need to quit making excuses about Bud pay-per-view numbers and he ducking Earl Spence. Y'all trying to do smoke and mirrors. Y'all trying to do smoke and mirrors. This another
delusional one right here. Now, Reginald, you ain't all the way off the ranch, but you be delusional sometimes too.
Every time
You couldn't answer one question, Reginald. You cut the shit. Miss T, I have one question for you though. Does Bud have like a whole new little baby? Like, does he have like a little?
He just had a baby last year, I believe.
I know he had another little baby.
Everybody had a baby last year. Shit, it was in the water.
Can they stop having babies at this point?
On me.
There's a lot of babies.
Y'all say it ain't on me, baby.
Don't put that on me.
Go ahead, Reginald. You got the flow with your delusional ass. What you got?
But here got the thing. Y'all want to use all these smoke and mirrors, but at the end of the day, Bud did not call out Earl Spence. You know, and the thing about it, where did he go from here? You know what I'm saying? It's not about the money. It's not about the pay-per-views. None of that. If he really want that work, he got to sign on the dotted line. And y'all come up with all these excuses. I'm tired of hearing about these excuses. You know what I'm saying? And he sat quiet like crickets when he had the microphone, had a whole world waiting on him. And he was like, well, I'm a free agent and everybody have a safe trip home and good night.
You know what? What did I say? Tell Reginald the answer I gave you, ATL, when you brought it up. What did I say, ATL?
She said that, he didn't.
So, no pushback. Reginald, can you believe it? No pushback.
Let me answer that question though. So Bud needs to call out the little flounder boy, right? He has to always call out flounder. He has to be the one to cross the street. When has flounder ever try to cross the street to make a fight when Bud was with Tap Rank? When did he ever try to cross the street to make a fight with Bud?
We played the video on that one. Earl said he'll never cross the street.
Stop the smoke and mirrors. Once again, y'all making excuses.
Hold on. Let Reggie know how to flow. He was making a point. He just hit me to the gut right there with the Bud didn't say nothing. Oh, I felt that one, Reggie. Go ahead. I took that shit.
Some of y'all need to realize that Bud, just like Deontay Wilder, they up in age and they only got a couple fights left. And I really believe that Bud do not want to go into the Hall of Fame with a loss on his record. So he can say, like, I'm there, Floyd there, Andre Ward there. And he ain't going to take no hard dog-ass fights. You know
that Bud, man, let me ask you this, Reginald. Is that Bud? Hold on, Dustin. Is that Bud that don't want to go into the Hall of Fame with a loss on his record, or is that all fighters?
Let's see.
Hold on. Give him a chance to say it. Is that Bud or all fighters?
You going to boxing, everybody gonna lose. That's the nature of the beast.
I ain't asked you that question. This where see Big Fish, you getting to see this. This is where the delusion come in.
No,
is that Bud don't want to go into the Hall of Fame with a loss on his record, or is that all fighters?
All fighters want to win every fight.
Damn. He's showing out for you, Big Fish.
No.
Don't throw me in this, Miss T.
Let me get them together now, Miss T. It's my turn now. Okay, Mr. Reginald, I'm about to draft your ass. Mr. Reginald, about to drag your ass back to reality. Drag your ass back to reality, okay? So you said, Spence said he was never going to cross the street to try to make a fight with Bud, right? So it had to be Bud to do all these things to make sure the fight happened, right? Bud didn't cross the street. Bud the terms of your boy Flounder's, agreements or whatever. She said, I don't need no guarantee or whatever. You know what? I'll do a fucking rematch with you still being a damn, the A-side. The A-side or whatever. He said he told you he gave him all that. He gave me everything.
The Destiny.
All he wants is transparency. All he wants is transparency, right? That was still not good enough. That was not good enough, right?
Smoke and mirrors.
Wait. But wait. So what was your other question that you just asked? So go ahead. Answer. What's the other question you said?
My question is, where Bud going from here? All the debate that we've been debating about, all that smoke and mirrors. Where do you go from here?
Where's Spence going from here? Who you don't know? Spence ain't paid his damn family money to wreck his damn car so he can hurt his so-called leg.
That's it, yeah.
What is damn fucking
smoke and mirrors.
No, because you know what? Bud tried to cheat though. Right? Bud tried to cheat this fight. So how do you know Smith didn't try to cheat and make this accident happen? We don't know that. He said, "Oh, my car is bulletproof. My car is bulletproof. Thank God my car is bulletproof. My car is bulletproof." That's all he kept saying the whole time. But now my leg hurts.
Smoke and mirrors.
My leg is hurt. How we know? How we know that? How we know?
What about them Falcons? General Big Fish, what about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to accept the fight that Bud do not want to take a hard fight before he retires.
But you know what? That's Reginald's position. That's Reginald's position. He not. This the same man. When I try to ask him to differentiate between 2022 and 2023, he wouldn't do it. But see, that's what Reginald do. But Reginald, you biased too. Now Destiny admitted that she biased. Are you gonna admit that you biased, Reginald?
I'm not. I'm saying I'm a huge Bud fan. I said when he fought against Earl
See how
Spence.
when you ask a question, he don't answer.
I'm telling you,
I'm asking you, are you biased? That's all I want to ask.
if you want to call bias toward Earl Spence and them fighting too, yeah, because I'm taking Earl Spence every day.
All right, there you go. No problem going forward. He said he biased. Destiny, you said you biased. We already know. It's already understood. Don't need to be explained.
Let's see that thing is, we do know one person's already made all of the necessary adjustments to try to go across the street to make the fight happen. If the man had called out this man this time like for the fight, it's the reason why he called out the fight. It's the reason why he called out the fight. He's been trying to call out the fight forever.
Hey,
there's the reason why, because PBC doesn't have a home. How about that one?
Why the man go across the street and pick up his lemonade jar, his lemonade stand,
Oh man,
his cash drawer, and take it across the street for what? No, you gotta come to us. When you go accept that, Destiny.
What? You know what?
The B side. When you go accept that B, that letter B.
Why don't you cross the street to fight Tyson Fury, right? Why don't you cross the street to fight Tyson Fury? Did he not?
Hold on,
He crossed the street to fight Tyson Fury. Did he not? Why was he not cross the street to fight Tyson Fury? Oh, he did.
We talking about the big fish. We ain't talking about why.
We're talking about this is the biggest fight in boxing, right? This is the biggest fight in boxing. That's what they were saying even before, even the Wilder and fucking Tyson Fury fight happened. This was always the biggest fight in boxing. This was always the biggest fight in boxing, according to boxing people. Pundits, everybody, this is the biggest fight in boxing. Wilder took his black ass across that damn street and talked to that white ass man, and you know what? The fight happened.
Come on, Destiny.
Do it.
This is the bottom line. If Bud
do it, you know what? The nut hugger never wants to do it. He want to. That's like huggies. That niggas love huggies.
You gotta play this. I said when shit you gotta start playing this when shit start getting out of hand, just to cut the conversation off.
This nigga about to come with something stupid. Just let your soul glow. Well, listen, but Reginald, a lot of things. She's making some points.
No points, man.
But Reginald, sometimes you gotta give it up. Reginald, sometimes you gotta give it up. And sometimes you gotta give it up. If you make a point that's factual, that's cool.
This is the bottom line. This is the bottom line.
Go ahead.
Bud got 3 fights. Not going to define his career from this day forward. He can't fight no more bums. He got 3 fights.
Why do you call them bums? Stop. You gonna have to explain your damn self. Why you call them bums?
Everybody said that guy he stopped was a bum. Everybody beat him.
Who is everybody? I didn't say it. Y'all gotta stop this shit. Y'all gotta stop this. They not better. Who Bud is fighting, who Spence is fighting, is not better than Bud or Spence put together. All of their opponents are not better than them. Don't make them bums. That's why I say explain it. But I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Reginald.
Look, he got 3 fights. These 3 fights going to define his career, or he going to be labeled a dud going into the Hall of Fame. You got to fight Earl. If you don't fight Earl, if he don't get Charlo or Keith, his whatever you do at 147 don't matter, because he ain't going to fight Boots. If he beat Ortiz, that's not nothing. That's a golden boy, hype job. If he don't fight Keith, Earl, or Charlo, everything he did at 147 is going to be a loss. But Earl got the belts. He beat all the welterweight champions. Bud have not beaten that one welterweight champion besides Jeff Horn. And who is Horn? A nobody.
Well, then let me stop. Hold on, Destiny.
Go ahead.
Sean Porter a welterweight champion?
Sean's out the dome, Miss T.
Nigga, I ain't asked that shit. This is what I'm talking about, Reggie. Now I said, was Sean Porter a welterweight champion?
He had no belt at the time. He had no
but
belt.
That's not what I asked. I said, was he a welterweight champion? Just
Former
as easy. I know it burns.
Why you all gotta use smoking mirrors?
Why you gotta listen. I know it burns.
No.
You can say yes, because that's a fact.
You don't like the fact that your boy ducked and you over here all week.
That's subjective.
All week making excuses, man.
I say you say he ducked. I say you on the island with that. But I just asked you a question. You made a statement that wasn't true. And I'm just calling you on it.
Look,
what you call him? Don't get mad. I'm being nice. I'm being nice as I can be. Was Sean Porter a champion?
But y'all keep bringing up these smoking mirrors.
Was Kell Brook a champion?
A washed up champion who already got destroyed.
But again, these are your opinions. So don't make a statement say he didn't fight not one welterweight champion. That's what you just said. That's all I'm saying.
This the part that I don't like about you, Miss T. This the part I don't like about you.
Go ahead, give it to me.
I told you months ago that Earl Spence was the first ballot Hall of Fame. Hold on,
go ahead.
I told you months ago that Earl Spence was the first ballot Hall of Fame. Now I told you Tim Bradley gone on the first ballot. I told you that.
That nigga told your ass months ago.
He went to the International Boxing Hall of Fame.
I ain't through. I'm about to finish grinding on Miss T.
Grind me, nigga. Grind me. I got you. You did tell me
and
that.
I told you that. I told you
tell me that.
You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, let me finish.
Go ahead.
If the Bud do not fight all the top dogs at PBC, it's nobody left for him to fight. It's nobody left for Bud to fight except them dogs at PBC. Bud don't got nowhere to go.
Well, who fought is that with PBC? Is it Bud or is it PBC?
You got Charlo, you got Spencer, you got Keith Thurman.
It's PBC fault.
Oh, it's PBC fault.
If the fight don't go through, it's PBC fault. But you got me. You said Tim Bradley. Now I got to go check when the last time he fought. But if it's been 5 years and he got first ballot, then you got me. You see how easy it is to go ahead and say, yeah, you was right. I don't got no problem with that. But you won't ever say that. That's the shit. Let me grind your ass. You won't ever say when you wrong. You won't even when I slow walk your ass into the truth. You see that shit and you be backing off. Like I ain't gonna forget about when we was talking about the difference between 2022 and 23. You wouldn't even fucking. You was done. You was done. You was done. No. You know I love you though. You know we
I love you too, Miss T.
You know I love you. So I'll cut you to the white meat though. But then we'll make up in the end. But go ahead.
No, but I told you, Prime, they had a great rollout. I think they had a successful night. I don't care what nobody say. You know, I can't must bootleg they shit. I tried to. So they shit is pretty good. But
and you know what? That's what I was gonna get into, Reginald, too. Shut up, ATL. That's what I was gonna get into, Reginald, is looking forward with BLK. Take Bud out the situation. What do y'all think that BLK, like going forward, how should they move? Because I be thinking, we can't hear you, Destiny. I be thinking that BLK need to find a permanent home, and it ain't Nebraska. You know, like, and the reason why it's got to be different from Vegas It could be in Vegas, but
They need
I
to go
think
to
it should
Atlanta.
because they. Yeah, I see what you said, ATL. But I was thinking more so DC.
That'll be good.
They need to be in a fight town. What you mean?
DC would
DC
be
is a
good.
fight town.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Shit, Atlanta good too.
As far as I
Yeah.
know, it's Vegas and New York.
DC will come out.
California.
I take bring the crowd to Atlanta.
DC, they just rebuild over there by the Navy Yard. They got all them hotels. It's fancy as fuck over there. They got an MGM over there. So they can go to DC, but because they digital. That's the only reason why I say that. Because you're not coming over fucking with Vegas and all that got set up. I mean, but you know, you could do it, and but you got to find a permanent place. Start from there. What I think a lot of these startup companies go wrong, they try to work on the order of already settled companies do. You know, like Vegas is sold up. Atlanta could be sold up. New York is sold up. Your own town could be sold up. Start small, kind of like what I said with the women fighting. New York, Serrano and Katie Taylor, they did a good thing in New York. They fucking broke. I ain't never heard of any women breaking 1 million pay-per-view buys. So, you know that New York is big enough and got enough people that could come out even for the women. So instead of you try to travel around and shit, fucking do your fights for the women in New York. Then once you get real good and settled in, spread the shit, spread the wealth. You know what I mean?
So
what y'all think?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. But only thing I was had questions about as far as DC being a fighting city. I don't recall too many fights that I watched that was in DC. Can you point out a card that I'm forgetting about?
Well, we got this card that's coming up with Tank Davis. Lamont Peterson has had fights there. Jared Hurd has had a fight there. A lot of people do, because you got Philly, you got DC, you got Maryland, you got Northern Virginia. You got all the places that will converge on DC right there. And it's all close. DC is a metropolitan. It ain't just one city. When there's people that live in Maryland that say, I'm from DC. Because it's right there. You go out. I used to live in Maryland. You walk out to the main street. You go to the left, you go into DC. You go to the right, you in Maryland. Or vice versa. And it's like that all over DC. So like I said, Philly, you hear some of the Philly boxers say, we close to home. Look at Tank Card that's coming up. You got Boots Ennis, you got Andre, you got Rashidi Ellis. That motherfucker, PBC did a thing on that one. And when y'all was talking about it the other day, Big Fish, and y'all was like, will the Showtime gonna be absolved or whatever? It is. You have to look for the date. I'm like 90% sure it will be. You have to look at around January 15th, because that's when the magic probably gonna happen. You're gonna see what Showtime gonna be left with. You know, from what they saying, Showtime has failed in their eyes as far as business when it comes to boxing. So Steven Espinosa and all them, they're fighting to keep a contract with Showtime. But if Paramount do what they claim they're gonna do, where boxing gonna go, it's gonna go by the wayside like HBO did. Then PBC gonna be, as Earl Spence always say, a man with no land. Where you gonna show your fights? I'm sure PBC will find somewhere. See, this is what I mean, Resident. Why it's out there. This is not Miss T pulling it out her ass. I don't want Showtime to go away.
Hey, the dude. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss T. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say I was mad when HBO got rid of boxing. But go ahead, Big Fish.
This dude that came on my brother's show last night, I didn't go and verify what he said by any means, but he said that just has something to do with the app. Paramount's just taking over one part of Showtime. It's like app or some shit like that, but they're still on Showtime. That's what he said.
We gonna see. I was looking at y'all show last night.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna see. Dude was talking out. He was talking semantics. He wouldn't answer the questions. I heard y'all laughing at that shit. Dude, he was off the chain even for UNQ. Y'all didn't say nothing.
I didn't say nothing. I
I know.
sat back and listened.
I
I
know.
picked everything that he said wasn't bullshit to me, but it was some. I see what everybody was coming from, but to me, I think you can learn from everybody. So I sat back and listened.
That's why I was typing in the show too. I was like, January 15th, y'all look for that date. And because they publicly traded companies, they can't lie. And then the question to ask Big Fish going forward, when you get on the show, this is something that, y'all can have in y'all pocket. Ask for the budget. Fred, let that be known. And he right. Ask for the budget. Because it'll tell you how many fights they got going forward. Now, what I say about business or work or whatever, it's business until they tell you it's not. So to me, I don't believe in that. Well, they gonna close anyway. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person. Like, it's business until it's not business. You know what I'm saying? I put that on anything. Your job, when I was in the military, when I was getting close to my date, when I was going on terminal leave, I took some chances. I took risks. I betted or I assumed that they won't go say shit to me. I come in, it'd be like 8 o'clock. I'm supposed to be there at 7:30. I'd be like, what y'all doing? I'm going to get something to eat. I go get something to eat. I come back to the office. I'd be like, what y'all talking about? As soon as them niggas start talking about grinding and doing work, I'm like, nigga, I'm going home. And that was me taking a chance. And this was 6 months out. But they could have easily pulled my whole card. But they didn't. They didn't. So I guess but I was taking a chance. And then once I went on terminal leave, April 5th, nigga, I got paid all the way to June 30th. Twice a week. That's how much leave I had. So then when they try to call me and ask me, you want to come to this GMT? I don't want to do a motherfucking thing. Don't call me no more. I'm out. Could they pull my whole card? Yeah. Because I'm in the Navy until I'm not. Which was my last day was June 30th that year. So July 1st, nigga, I'm out. Then I could truly move with no looking over my shoulder saying I'm out. So that's how I look at them putting their dates forward. They putting dates forwards, but they hoping. They angling to keep the Showtime budget. That decision hasn't been finalized. That's what I can say. In defense of people who think that shit is bullshit. In defense of what you saying, Reginald, and you say you don't believe that. In that defense, it's not finalized. But from what I hear, a Showtime whole lineup is going to be absorbed into the Apple Paramount. Now, whether Paramount leave it on cable channels, leave Showtime moniker up, or put Paramount instead, or take it completely off of cable, that's another thing. That's beyond what I've read about. But that boxing budget, ask them the boxing budget. It tell you everything you need to know for the year. Because they're going to get a budget for the year.
Miss T Destiny said drop the link.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But here's the thing. And like I told you earlier, Miss T, if Wire to Fight, it's going to be carried by a major network. You know what I'm saying? If Earl fighting, it's going to be on the major network. If Charlo fighting, it's going to be on the major network. If Keith Thurman fighting, it's going to be on a major network. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that, but if PBC has that as an option, Charlo fight in January, I forgot what day, but they got him slated for January. Now, what I can say for sure, is that Tank's fight is going to have a budget with it. I don't know about Charlo's. All of that shit, we have to wait to January 15th, every time frame, and then we can see from there. We can gauge from there. If Charlo wound up fighting after January 15th, then Showtime got a little budget.
They had a press conference today. The fight is on.
And they also had a virtual press conference. Undisputed champion on a virtual fucking press conference. It tells you money is afoot. Money is a problem.
Again,
that's afoot.
Paramount is the issue. Everybody goes, y'all want to argue about PBC? Go take it up Paramount CEO. He does not like Showtime no more because Showtime lost 500,000 subscriptions, I guess, in the first quarter. The CEO does not want to deal with Showtime anymore. They want to get totally rid of that. That's why you have not seen any Showtime fights for the second part of the quarter. And I know y'all keep saying like, oh yeah, this person's about to fight, and had all his lines up and stuff like this. Get it, got it good. But you ain't see, like she said, you see like virtual press conferences and all these people saying what's going to happen. But nothing's been signed, still delivered. It
But you
sounds
know
good.
they gonna say, Destiny, you did see Showtime fighters. You saw pay-per-views. They making them pay for their own budget. The pay-per-views. That's
And
what you
that's
saw.
exactly, that's my whole thing.
It
And
shouldn't have been
that's your ass,
pay-per-views.
Reginald. That's you, Reginald, before I got
No,
rudely interrupted
no.
by my damn
Oh
black
shit.
ass service.
I
That's you,
don't,
Mr. Reginald.
I don't
Good.
understand what I
Yeah,
don't understand what
the last
everybody
fight,
wants
the last fight,
PBC.
the last two fights your
Damn,
boy
Reginald.
fought, the last two fights your little buddy fought, fucking Flounder, Finding Nemo, the last two fights he fought, who the fuck did Danny Garcia beat at 147 besides a no name? Who the fuck did Ugas beat besides old ass Manny Pacquiao? That Jeff Horn did the same thing too. Did anybody have like 6 knockouts consecutively in a row between Danny Garcia and fucking Ugas? Oh, they never had 6 knockouts in a row. No, they did. They had none of that. They
I
had none of
mean,
that. Oh, no. Did they have 6 knockouts in a row?
you
Did they
doing
have
smoke?
Rob, I
6
see you
You
knockouts
paid.
in
doing
a row?
smoke and mirrors again? I'm not
No.
debating
Did
you
they
on
have
smoke
6
and mirrors.
knockouts? I'm asking
I'm
the
not
question.
debating on
Did
you on
either
smoke
one
and mirrors
did
again.
either one now? Did either one of them have 6
I'm not
knockouts? Did
debating
either
on you with
did
smoke
either
and
one
mirrors.
now? Did either one of them have 6 knockouts in a row? Did either one of them have 6 knockouts in a row? Just ask. That's my question. Yes or
I'm
no?
not debating
Yes
with
or
you
no?
with smoke and
Yes
mirrors.
or no? Yes or no? Did
ATL.
either one of them have
What up?
6 knockouts in a row? Did either one of those little buddies?
Next question.
Who did Danny
Next
Garcia beat at
question.
147? Who did Danny
Next
Garcia beat at
question.
147? Who did
Next question.
Danny Garcia beat at 147?
Next
Oh,
question.
Stove glow.
okay. Who was the person Danny Garcia beat at 147? Oh, nobody.
Next
He beat nobody at
question.
147. Oh, he was on the stage at 147.
Next question.
Who got beat by fucking what's his name? Iman. He got beat by Iman. Ugas got beat by Iman, the Iman boy. He already had 4 losses by the time he fought fucking little buddy.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is Rob. I see you. King was popping. He said, "How you doing, Miss T? Salute to the panel. Salute to you, King." Modern King Boxer said the champ. I meant. ATL was like salute. ATL said smash the like button. Smash the damn like button. PGA said, "Who is the colorist now, Queen T?" Hey, I already explained that. PGA's look. Don't come for me. You got some hate. You got some hate. You need to get over that. You need to get your healing on and get that hate out your heart. As my mama used to say, you ain't been on this earth long enough to hate nobody. I used to hate when she say that shit too. But hey, it taught me a valuable lesson. I take that shit wherever I go. You know, when you a kid, you be mad as a bitch. You be like, I hate that motherfucker. My mama look at me and be like, you ain't been on this earth long enough to hate nobody. I said, okay. So then in my head, my first instinct was, well, how old I gotta be to say I hate a nigga? And then when I got older and grown, she said it to me again. You ain't been on. I was like, well, goddamn. And now it's stuck. You're right. None of us been on this earth long enough to hate a nigga.
No, I've been on this earth long enough. No, I have. I've been on this earth long enough to hurt somebody.
Destiny, you ain't been on this earth long enough.
Yeah, I have. I've been on this earth long enough to know I don't like nobody. I don't like them. I don't fuck with them. I don't like them. I've been on here long enough to know. Yeah, no, not for me.
We're gonna work on that, hopefully.
No, Miss T, not gonna work on that. Now, if I don't like you, I don't like you, Miss T. Now, Miss T told you now. That's what you never change. I don't like your ass. I don't like your ass.
She made up her mind.
I don't like your ass. I don't fucking like you.
Is there
glad I ain't got no problems. Glad she on my side.
Ain't no house. Yeah, ain't no damn part of my damn house sometimes. But certain niggas, certain ashes is no heart in my it's no heart in my house for certain ashes. There's a lot of ashes I don't like.
House for love.
I put lotion on.
What's an ashy? What's that? Destiny, what is an ashy? What is that?
You know what? When instead of saying like, rude things, I just feel like, always be like, shut your ashy ass up. It's like, ashy. You ashy. Yeah, just ashy. You ashy ass. Like, you don't put no lotion on. You dusty.
PGA said, hey, he agreed with you, Big Fish. He said, Earl sexual is a slur. Disgusting.
She said
I don't like it.
disgusting.
Budsexuals, they call them budsexuals, buddies for bud. What do they else call
Yeah.
Miss T? They call it all kind of like
They
little
call it
silly shit.
bud buddies or
Yeah.
girl sexuals.
Yeah, bud buddy, that's not a slur. That's just
All right. PG, you're right. I like everything black. All things black, I like it. You're right. I'm a very much of colors. But I like other ones too. Just depends if you like an ally or enemy. But I prefer my own.
The only fight I like better than Bud is Wilder. So that makes me a Wilder sexual too, huh?
What they
Yeah.
call him, Big Fish, the wild.
nah, he wet for Wilder then if that's
He
that's
wet
He made some
Wilder.
shit up then.
He wet for
Wet and
Wilder.
wild. I could be wet and wild because that's a tall
I'm
black
wet for
beautiful black man.
Wilder.
He made some
Yeah,
shit
I'm
up.
definitely
I
wet,
heard
girl.
that.
Squirt, squirt.
Damn.
Missy, look, squirt for Wilder. Yes, ma'am.
Skirt,
Yes.
skirt. Oh shit! Oh, Destiny.
Hell no.
what she say?
The
You
comments.
can't
She
do
said
Wilder
skirt,
like
skirt.
that now.
She said skirt for Wilder. Look,
Oh boy.
Right.
Hey,
How y'all being
opinions,
disrespectful?
the opinions of
you know-
Destiny Black is not necessarily the opinions of
You know
Box
Wilder
Fans
got
like the
that.
Evans Show.
You know Wilder got that light skinned girl too. So Destiny, you might have a chance.
You know, I don't like that part though. That's the one part I don't like. I don't like that part because he had a beautiful dark skinned sister, and then once he got on, he left that dark skin for a light skin. I don't like that part.
They didn't
I don't
make
like
it, Destiny. They
Well,
just didn't
maybe
make
I
it.
don't know that, Miss T. We don't know that neither.
Let it
We
go.
don't
They
know.
didn't make it. They
It
just
was
grew
a
apart.
joke.
Well, Miss T, I don't know about that part. Well, I don't know about that part.
Hey, Kevin Sam, you said when
Damn.
your money reflect what type of woman you have. So that's probably what he had
Hey.
to upgrade.
First of all, Big
No,
Fish, calm
hold
down.
on. I can't
Calm
let
down.
that fish out of this. You ain't gonna wiggle out of this one, Big Fish. What that mean?
You gotta ask Kevin Samuels. I just
He
repeated
dead.
what he said.
He dead.
well, you ain't gonna get no answer. Hey, play that. Yeah, thank you, ATL.
No, because I'm gonna tell you, Big Fish, what that sound like. The more money you got, Miss Thing got to be on your arm, like dark skinned black people.
No, it ain't
It's
about
not
the
worthy
color.
of
It
money.
ain't about the color. It's just about what you find attractive to you.
Okay, I'll take that, Big Fish. I'm sticking with you.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. I feel like
comes in all
to each his own.
shapes and sizes.
Beauty is found in the eye of the beholder. Everybody like what they like. I like what I like. I got a type, but I also
He
venture
said,
out.
"What would Jesus do?"
What would Jesus do, baby?
I don't know about that one, Miss T. Miss T, we're not gonna go with that one, Miss T. We don't like that. No, we don't like that part.
No, for me, for real. Damn, he hit that note.
Oh.
He hit that note. Now
That
I want you
boy
to hold on to that young man like Joshua held in Jericho. Yes. I want you to
He
hold
said it
on
look
to
good
him.
right there. It look
Like-
good on him.
Yeah, he said, like Gilligan on the island.
Say it with me.
I don't
Yes.
like that. So
I came here today.
Like you know, the Hugh Hefner on high. Hugh Hefner can take a picture, but he can't make it. Yes.
Turn around for me one time, ladies.
Yeah, turn around. There's a God somewhere.
Say some chocolate.
That's the best movie ever made, right
Hell
there.
yeah. That
You
nigga
ain't
said Hugh Hefner can take a picture, but he can't make it.
Yeah.
Give a round of applause.
that boy can sing. That boy is good.
That boy-
Yeah.
that boy-
You may know him as Joe the
That boy
Policeman.
good. That boy good.
On that
Joe the
episode of That's My Mama.
Yeah.
Years of the future.
Missy, you know what? Why you don't think good and terrible? That's where I get it from. Good and terrible. I always get that shit from that. That boy good and terrible.
Man, let me tell you,
Hey,
I done quoted that movie so goddamn much.
hey, y'all
Right.
know when he came out there with that white leather suit on with them boots? He said, "Everybody's looking so lovely."
Give yourselves a round of applause.
Sex for chocolate.
That's my mother. I really beg
believe
my
the
mother.
children are future.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
begged my mother for months for a fucking Jerry curl. She told me no. She told me to put some Vaseline in my hair.
Hey, my
I ain't
auntie
gonna
died
lie.
with her girl. I swear to God,
I
she
ain't
died with
look.
that
Oh,
motherfucker.
that's cold.
Straight up. Straight from
I
New
fell
York.
victim to the curl too.
Straight
Boy,
up.
I hate for y'all to pull up them pictures, boy. God damn.
Me
I
too.
tried
I
to
want
put them
that Jerry
shits out of
curl.
commission.
I wanted one. I wanted a Jerry curl. I wanted braces with a gap, and I also wanted to be bow legged.
And she
Hey,
Yeah.
use the
Miss T,
original
my
shit too. The
Jerry
original Jerry
curl,
curl.
half of it look like a curl and the other half look like a perm, like more.
And she kept it juicy.
Big Fish, that curl be making your hair grow though, don't it?
Boy, I'm talking about when that shit start growing. Boy,
Hell no.
Yeah, I had the best way.
the flakes of it all, the dandruff flake. I mean, I had more dandruff when I had that damn curl. I'm so embarrassed with those pictures, man. I can't even. Yeah, that note right there is priceless. That note is priceless. Man, I had a wave nouveau. I thought I was doing something. I ain't got the regular curly kid. I got a wave nouveau.
I wanted one so bad. I wanted one so bad.
Nah, you better be glad you ain't never got no evidence of that shit out there in the world and everything. Now I got mine under lock and key. Ain't
Hey,
nobody getting this shit.
I'm about to find one of my Jerry curl pictures. That's gonna be my picture.
Like hell no, you better leave that bitch in storage.
Hey, Big Fish, keep that on the down low, man. Somebody gonna use that shit against you. That's how I feel about the Jerry curls.
Man, I don't give a damn.
Can't take no shot.
Destiny, you missed a good thing. You missed that. You good for missing. I mean, for missing it. Cause you don't want that on your record, on your resume.
I do.
Hell no.
I want that Jerry curl. So I used to beg my mother for a Jerry curl. I'm like, can I please?
It
just
would
put
have
some
burnt your hair out. It would have burnt your hair out.
Yeah,
she's like, just put Vaseline in there, some water. She's like, put some Vaseline and some water in your damn hair, girl. That's a Jerry curl. Like, ma'am, that's not a Jerry curl, ma'am.
When that shit be dry and the roots come in, and you still spraying shit at the roots, and you know your roots nappier than the cat's ass. Shit, man.
I think I seen a picture with Miss Obama with a Jerry curl in college.
Oh, damn. She better get rid of that shit.
I found it.
You found it?
I found it. Look.
You gotta see it. You gotta see
about to play the soul.
But you know, when I look at these contestants for the Miss Black Awareness pageant, I feel good. I feel good because I know there's a God somewhere. God somewhere. Turn around, ladies, for me, please. You know there's a God who sits on high and looks down low. Man cannot make it like this.
He said, man cannot make it like
this. That movie, Harlem Nights, and motherfucking Tina Turner joint.
That boy is good. Terrible.
Man, like Joe Lewis was 76 years old when he came out of retirement.
Since I was a little boy, and I love you dearly. You're a very special man. Reverend Brown. Reverend Brown. If you're so lovely to be here tonight, what a beautiful love. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And while you're in the clapping mood, I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band.
Ain't nobody clap. Hey man, he said why y'all in the clapping food.
I didn't even notice that, Big Fish.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them their hands. Let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty that's inside. Give them a sense.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
y'all know Eddie Murphy? That's my girlfriend likes to do a party all the time. My girlfriend like,
remember. Oh,
that's my favorite song though. I still be listening to that shit.
Yeah, I like that song. Destiny.
Stop it. Stop it. Cut the shit.
That song was nice. My girl likes to party all the time.
Hey, that shit be jamming when you got
Destiny. That's why she don't like it.
Y'all like that song for real? Like dead
What you
ass.
said, Big Fish?
Yeah.
I said he wrote that song about Destiny. That's why she don't like it.
That shit come on the club. I think I got on the
That was
leather
a good
pants and
song.
everything. Probably like,
Nah, Destiny, why you don't like that song? That song nice.
I wish I was a party chick though. Like literally, I'm like the most boringest bitch on planet Earth. Like seriously, all I do is sit in my
I
house.
just watched that
that's why
video
you
the
need to hang
other
with
day.
me. We go party.
Hey, y'all remember that video?
That's
Rick
old
James
people.
is in there, boy. Like, man, I just made a masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's
The leather.
that y'all like that song for real. Like literally, y'all listen to that song like
Literally,
this.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I like that song back then.
You gotta listen to it.
Hey, I got a question.
On planet Earth.
What's up?
I got a
You gotta
question.
listen
What
to it.
were
You can't just play it.
what was y'all doing when Purple Rain first dropped?
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
I was like 4 years old. I was 4.
I told y'all I went to that concert. I can't
I was
remember
3 to 4.
I was
Yeah, I was
like
3 or 4
12.
years old. Yeah,
Man,
I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Man, my
So I
mom and
probably was doing much of nothing.
My mom and them had me scared of Prince. They were talking about how if you play his record backwards, he was worshiping the devil and all that shit.
Yeah, nah.
A lot of people didn't approve
Yeah.
of the ass cheeks hanging out
Y'all
the back.
ain't never heard. Miss T, y'all ain't never heard about that back in the day.
No, I mean they say that about some records, but usually what parents did that
Hell
was because
nah.
they didn't like the artist for some
She
reason.
said
And Prince
they ain't
was
like the ass cheeks
the
hanging out.
ass cheeks hanging out and shit, and some of the lyrics, like one of my favorite songs, Lil Nicky.
That's my song. That is my song.
Hey man, so y'all think Prince was an Earl sex?
Hell no.
I don't think so. Earl
Purple
Sex.
Rain is one of the greatest albums of all time, though. Purple Rain is like one of the greatest albums. It's
Prince
literally the
has
greatest
some
album of all time.
It'll make, and I ain't calling nobody gay or nothing, but I'm saying guys who are hardcore dudes, you know, real strong like niggas, man, they play Prince, The Time, and all that. I be looking at them like, huh?
Hey, y'all. Have y'all heard the Charlie Murphy True Hollywood Stories when he did the Prince? And
Yeah.
when he was talking about Mickey Free, he was like, yeah, it was mad motherfuckers talking about, y'all seen that fine ass bitch in Shalimar?
Oh, yeah.
About the dude.
No, I ain't see that one. Charlie Murphy crazy as
Mickey
hell.
Free. He said, yeah, Shalimar got this new badass bitch.
Yeah. That was hey, look, you said Shalimar, well, it was Mickey Free and Shalimar, right?
Yeah, Mickey Free. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
go watch that True Hollywood Story.
Studio 54.
With Charlie Murphy?
Yeah,
I would
Charlie
have
Murphy,
to check that shit out.
The Prince episode.
Oh, damn. I was a big fan of Shalimar. That's my group. What about you, Destiny?
Yeah.
I love me some Shalimar, even to this day.
Yeah. Jolly Watley.
Jolly Wiley was big too. What about Destiny? You still with us?
They were full of light-skinned dudes, Miss T. You know she ain't like them.
Shalimar, Mickey Free wasn't
Goddamn
like
Al B. Shore.
Jody Watley and the other dude for Shalimar is the one who created the moonwalk. The dark skin one from Shalimar created the moonwalk.
Hey, that's blasphemy.
Yeah.
He did.
That's
He was the one who created the moonwalk.
Jeffrey Daniels.
Right, man. What the fuck?
You
This
said
stuff?
Jeffrey who? President?
Jeffrey
the dancer. Yeah, he's a dancer. He's a cool
He was the first one who created the moonwalk. It was none of damn Michael Jackson.
Let me tell you, all the girls was in. Jody Watley was the Black Madonna.
Man,
she
was so fine. She was so fine.
Man,
she was fine as shit.
Girl, when Borderline came out with Madonna, I was like, who is this black chick? That shit banging. And then when we seen it was Madonna, I was like, all right, bitch, we cool. Like my mom and all the people, they loved Madonna back then. That was crazy.
I love Jody Watley.
Came out with Black Virgin and Borderline.
You know, she tried out for the cat lady's position, right? The cat lady role, the first cat lady. Jody Watley did. She sure did. And everybody thought she should have won.
Which one?
The first movie, the first Batman movie, I guess in 1991, 92, whatever it was, 90.
Well, the first Catwoman was Eartha Kitt, right?
No, that's about the movie. The movie.
Oh, okay.
The movie. Yeah.
Who got that role? Was that
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Michelle Pfeiffer was a good Catwoman.
Yeah, she was the first cat lady in the movie. Not like in the show, but the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Michelle Pfeiffer. But Jodie Watley tried out for that role. She should have got that. Don't you think so?
I think Jody Wiley was the shit. I don't care what nobody say.
She
Yeah.
was fine
Jody
shit.
Wiley was the shit.
Helen
Like
was fine as
I
fuck
could
back
put
too.
in Jody Wiley albums and ride all the way to Virginia.
Oh, let me find out.
I'm gonna tell you the group of all time. Y'all might have y'all's, but this one is mine. SWV. Shit.
No.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You crazy
No,
as a
ma'am.
motherfucker.
No.
Hey,
It was Silk for me. Silk, Freak Me Baby, and H-Town. It was Silk and H-Town for me, baby.
Nah. SWV.
Yeah, I mean, Knocking the Boots, yes.
Talking about a girl group or just groups in general?
Nigga, what's wrong with a girl group? You chauvinistic? No, I'm just joking.
No.
He be like, whenever y'all say that type shit, I'm gonna say, are you
I mean,
chauvinistic?
you got involved.
Escape over SWV, then. I prefer Escape over SWV.
Right. I'll take Jade over
Nigga.
Destiny
I
Child.
love Jade now. I love
Can
Jade.
anybody agree with me that SWV the baddest girl group? I'm
No,
gonna say girl group.
nobody
I'm gonna
agrees
go ahead
with
and say it.
Yeah,
I'll
we
take
disagree
Supreme.
wholeheartedly.
Damn, y'all blasphemy right now.
They got.
I'll take
I
Supreme.
get so weak that shit jam like a motherfucker. But just as far as the totality, nah.
Nigga, I can play I got on my little, what you call them thing, MP3, all their albums. Put that shit in, and you can ride from sea to shiny sea. Never
TLC?
repeat a goddamn a CD. Man, SWV
TLC?
bad as a bitch, huh?
TLC?
Man, that was my group too.
TLC can't touch SWV. They don't got
Stop
as
it.
many hits.
Miss T,
Escape cannot
are you
touch
gonna say that
SWV.
Miss T, you gonna say that shit with
Y'all need
straight
to
face?
stop. Y'all need
Miss T,
Coco a badass
you gonna
motherfucker.
say TLC don't have as many hits as SWV? Stop.
Well,
Miss T, cut shit.
TLC is the biggest selling girl group.
That's
They
bigger
are,
than them.
but they
SWV.
don't have as much hits. Shit, that was in my look. Maybe because I'm the old bitch on the panel. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, in my day, in my primitive prime years, it was SWV, shout.
Miss T, I grew up around SWV now. And, you know, I was like 12 or whatever I was, one of them years.
But you weren't in the club, Destiny.
No, I went to the club. I went to the club at the age of 13 because we was in Germany.
You weren't in the clubs I was in.
Germany, though. I was in Germany, ma'am. I was able to go to the clubs in Germany.
You weren't in the clubs that I was in. I was
yes, I was.
21.
Yes, I wasn't.
By virtue of the fact that you over 21, you was not in the clubs that I was in.
In Germany, yes, I was. I swear on everything I love. Yes, I was. I definitely was in the club.
You need a whooping, Destiny.
Yeah, you need my
mommy let me go. She let me go to the club.
Every weekend you was in the club. I'm telling you, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday night.
Nah, I didn't have to say no Friday. Now, girl, I had to go to school now. And I had to go to school now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was saying you ain't in the clubs like I was.
Okay, now like you were. Yeah, okay. But we did go to the clubs in Germany.
I believe you because y'all, believe it or not, overseas, if you can reach the bar, you can go in the club. A lot of places like that in this club. Like that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Big Fish. You're just jealous because you couldn't go to the club at 13 years old.
And I was playing with baseball cards when I was 13.
Man, I was fast as hell at 13 years old, but I didn't lose my virginity until I was like 16.
He was keeping himself to himself. That's the age y'all boys be learning yourself. I'm like, oh, he keeping himself to himself.
Them 2 hours bathroom visits. Hey, my son, I ain't trying to tell my son business, boy. He be in that bathroom for so damn long. I be like, God damn.
you don't tell him the truth. Be like, nigga, I know what you doing.
I don't be trying to embarrass him like that, Miss T, but I know what's going on.
Big Fish, what I was saying though, like, you know, he had downloaded porn on the computer. It's like you go try to get on the computer. First thing you see is like some ass bent over. Like, what the fuck?
That's how the Cocoa Butter Kid.
You know, look, me and my sisters, all girls, and my brother, right? He the baby. Man, when that nigga hit puberty, we was like, how come it take you that long to shit, nigga? We didn't know. What the fuck, man? And then my mama would never say nothing. We're like, come on, nigga, I gotta use the bathroom now. You done been in there a couple of hours, man. He must have had marathons in that bitch. I was like, God damn. And so
he getting a 2-for-1.
Exactly. So when I was keeping his sons in the summer, I just came out with it on Front Street because I ain't got time for it. Look, nigga, in the shower is the best place for you to do it at. Make sure you rinse off the damn curtain too.
Ew, ew.
Girl, it's gonna happen anyway. Shit, I'm just saying. I ain't mad at you, but you know, let's have a designated area for that shit.
Ew.
It would
I
have
want to hear about this information.
been even more of a ew if I walked into the room and cleaned up behind them. You know, like I don't believe in parents cleaning up behind their kids, but you do sometimes.
Miss T, how much did you ever get on your Miss T when you was like doing your thing? How much do you ever get on your face, on your forehead?
Never. Miss T don't do shit like that. Never. Not in the face. Not no face action. Not no face action. So you can do it on my back or the stomach, but not my face. How savagery.
Oh man.
The savageness of it all. Nah, hell nah. Reggie Nelson. Oh, your phone died. We got you, King. Destiny. I don't do that. Now let me put the question back to you. How many times did you do that?
A couple of times. A few times.
A few times.
Yeah. How much did you swallow though?
Nah.
How much did you swallow?
Never.
You a lie.
That ain't no lie.
She free.
That ain't no lie. I was one of them bitches. I'll pay a bitch to hook that up for my man twice a week.
Oh wow.
I'm with that though, Missy. I think your head though. I really do. I think it's sexy to see your head.
Y'all know I'm embellishing a little bit when I say I pay a bitch. I'll kill a bitch. But luckily for me, the men in my life, they won't. I won't press. They knew I ain't want to do it. So, but I ain't say I don't do it. But I ain't do that extra shit. And if I lost a nigga because of that, if another bitch won over me because of that, so be it. I bow out gracefully.
I agree with that, Miss T. I 100% agree with that. Shout out to that bitch. But I like to see a man get head though. I really do. I think it's sexy. I would definitely watch my man get, because I'd much rather her do it than me. My mouth is not made for that. It's made for other things but that.
Now, even though I never would allow no girl to touch my man like that, it's not like that thought didn't cross my mind. Like, if we were in a perfect world, I would hire a bitch twice a week to hook him up. Like, that thought crossed my mind.
But it's levels of things, though,
Miss T. We don't live in a perfect world.
It levels of things, though. Now, you can get hair from a bitch, but we're not going to be fucking. What we're not going to do. Yeah, she can suck your dick or whatever, whatever the case.
But I never tripped on, like, my ex-husband. He could go to the strip club at will. Now, from what I hear, they do a lot of shit in the strip club. I be like, don't tell me about it. As long as you have fun, bring that dick back home. And, but you can go to the strip club anytime you want to. He was happy. He's like, you don't have a problem with that? No, nigga. And then when I go to a strip club, don't you say a motherfucking word.
You got to try to go to a swinger spot and then watch him get head or what. You know what? He could probably fuck it.
I want to watch that shit.
I don't mind watching it.
What kind of strip club you frequent, Miss T?
I frequent the Chippendales. Not no Chippendales. And it's boring. You're right. God. That's why. And let me change the word frequent. I have been to like a club with a guy strip. It won't all that. Like it's hit or miss with men stripping and shit. But I want to go to a strip club that y'all go to. I want to go to a drag club. What's that?
Oh my God, it's so fun.
Club. I don't mind going to those clubs. I really don't know what goes down in the clubs. I only hear what I hear, Big Fish. But I didn't have a problem with my husband going to the strip club. That never bothered me. That's not a topic. When he came home, he ain't like, let me give you the play-by-play. No, we're not gonna talk about that.
Oh God, that would turn me on. Please do play-by-play. I would love to hear that shit. That turns me on. Yes, tell me all about it. But it has to be levels of things, though.
Like I said, if a girl doing it better, I'll bow gracefully. And I knew I was that type girl because when I used to mess with this guy when I was like 23, and I really liked him. And one day, my homegirl came over to the house. I ain't gonna say her name because she's gonna be popular one day. She write books and stuff. and do movies. But
What's her name?
I ain't gonna say her name. She came to my house and she said, "Oh, girl, I gotta tell you something. You know how bitches always want to tell you something, and they know you're gonna be hurt, and they just want to see you unfold. Girl, I saw so and so. I saw so and so at such house." And I said, "What?" So she was like, "Girl, come with me. I'm telling you over there right now." So I said, "No, I ain't going to look." She said, "Well, he over there every day, blah, 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 blah." And because I was only seeing them on the weekend because we work all week, right? So now that she done put that bug in my ear, I'm coming down the street, and that girl house was off the main street. She has a patio facing the street. So I be damned. The next day, I'm driving down the street, and I see him on the patio, and I looked up, and I don't know if he saw my car, but he like stood up and he walked back into her house. And I got home and I thought I was gonna be mad, like I'm gonna beat this bitch ass. I'm gonna beat his ass when I see her this weekend. I thought I was gonna be all like that, but I was like, nah, cause let me tell you, God's honest truth. That nigga was so goddamn big, my eyebrows was burning. I was like, nigga, bitch, you can have him, cause I can't do nothing with it.
Girl,
So
yeah, I'm
I
not
bowed out gracefully. You see what I'm saying?
I'm
not gonna be, man.
Mr. I would never been fucking him with this shit like, yeah, no, ma'am. I like to have one. I like to have the wall.
You gotta give a concerted effort.
No, I do not have to give that one. No, ma'am. I like to have a wall. And that, you know, I get on that, you know, that little slab or whatever, and then the little corners looking at. Like, she got all her walls. Yes, I did. That was all my walls.
Miss ATL, don't you gotta give us concerted effort? Miss ATL, she ain't gonna answer that.
No. She ain't answer.
She ain't gonna answer.
We on a whole nother level.
Yeah, she already said you be beating her down.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah. Nah,
my dude.
Yeah. I'm just saying you got to give a concerted effort.
No, ma'am, no, I do not. Ma'am, no, ma'am.
Once you see that you out of your realm, there's nothing wrong with bowing out gracefully.
Destiny.
6 inches, Miss T. 6 inches feel great to me. It's a girl.
Yes, sir. Ain't enough. No, go ahead.
You need a hug.
Right.
She need a hug. Yeah, you know, I mean, everybody got their size that they need. But, you know, if it's too fucking big where my eyebrows is burning, nah.
What y'all do with the eyebrows, though? Is it like, you fucking just like...
eyebrows.
Nigga, every inch of your skin could be burning and shit.
I ain't never heard that before.
I just go get some alcohol and goddamn right.
That's what Monique said. Hurry up, nigga. My eyebrows is burning.
If you talk on your face, rub it on your lips. Like, what?
For real.
Nah, I was like, nah. I said, look, more power to you. And I shocked myself because I liked them. I've been, you know, we don't always do it. And let me tell y'all something. Dudes that's real big, I know y'all guys don't know this probably. They don't always press the issue to have sex all the time because they know they big and they know they can wreck shop. Look, don't tear my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me out of fucking business trying to put your stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole point. Look, because I don't know if we going to be together forever. You know? That's all I'm saying.
What we won't be doing is that one, Miss T. If it's
what the hell did I just come back into?
You gotta play that song, man. You gotta play the song.
Damn.
Facials. We was talking about Miss T like facials. Miss T said she loved facials. You know.
I do not. Destiny be trying
to eyebrows. She said special on the eyebrows.
Oh no, I didn't.
She said special on the eyebrows. It gets her make her eyebrows grow.
My witness, you heard what I said.
You see that trick? She trying to say what she like. She trying to put it off.
Yeah, we call that projecting.
Yeah. She projecting. She
trying to project on me, Destiny. Come on now.
She projecting that jumper onto the face on you.
Destiny, come on, Destiny.
She like jump shots to the forehead.
Nah,
I wasn't even horny. I'm horny now, goddamn. You should
Snapchat me that pussy. Remember when Cedric said that? Snapchat me that pussy. Who made that song?
Damn.
Snapchat me that pussy.
I come back in, she's like, yeah, I want my shit rammed. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Let's look and see how y'all. I can't even fuck with y'all. That's why I be like, look, no go zone. No
Hey,
go
that's
zone.
how I came back in. I
did not say that. I said don't.
You gotta warn me.
Shit. I said don't wreck my shit
Hey,
up.
ATL. She said she would prefer facials and she loves to,
I heard you say something about some walls, it's closed.
Yeah, she said fuck the walls. Miss T said fuck the walls.
I'm like, damn, like
she said beat the walls in.
God damn. We talking about Terrence Crawford and them walls.
I said fill up the walls. I ain't say tear the walls down. I ain't say get an industrial crane and knock the motherfuckers down. But
she said like some facials.
I hear you in the background, Miss ATL. What happened there? I hear you. What you got on it?
Crazy, man.
Now, Mr. ATL, y'all better not make no little babies now tonight. Now,
oh no,
we don't know about it. We don't know about 9 months.
He already got
a whole offensive line.
For real, it's shut down like completely. Demolished, blown up. No,
WNBA, NBA,
between me and him,
NFL,
done. Yeah,
NHL.
Like no more recruits, no nothing.
He got to start. He said he got to start
skateboarding, motorcycle.
Yeah,
he got to start his team for any sport.
Race car driving.
Blue Blood said he about 9 to 10 on little hoes. I couldn't handle it. Yes, I need all my uterus. I need my uterus and my walls, whatever else.
I salute that woman. How many kids you got, Big Fish?
About 7 of them.
I got 2 boys.
Look, what's up with you and your brother? Y'all making nothing but boys over there.
Yeah, we just produce boys in this family.
Yeah, over here too.
He got 2 boys and I got 2 boys.
Don't y'all got a sister or something?
Yeah, she don't have any kids.
Lord,
y'all talk about girls y'all want to claim. That's what it is. You and your brothers want to claim y'all girls. I get it.
Hey, look, I got more boys than you and your brother.
All on the plate. Oh my goodness.
Nah, I love my kids. I claim all mine.
Look, I'll tell you right now.
They went over his head, didn't it, Destiny?
That shop has been turned.
I got more boys than you and your brother.
She said what?
Damn. He said he got more boys than you and your brother put together.
Oh, okay.
What nipples you got, ATL?
I got 5 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, it's time for y'all to stop having babies. Yeah, she's right. Yes.
Shut it down.
Let her have some rest. Give her uterus some rest, sir. Please give that lady uterus some rest.
What she said?
It's not her.
He needs to be unplugged sometimes.
Dang. Give me some credit.
He needs to be unplugged sometimes.
My last was 6 years ago.
Sorry, but still, that's a lot of babies. Even I don't give a damn how many years ago it was.
Hey man, you got one life to live.
Sir, no, sir.
Be fruitful.
And I like coochie, so.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna let you finish it, big bitch. You about to say the same thing I was gonna say.
Yeah, you see how cool we is, Miss T.
We cool Hey, you a Gemini.
I like that's why I cut myself off completely. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, we got it. The whole team right here. Nope.
The whole team. But Big Fish, you a Gemini, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini too.
And there we go. And Libras.
June 13th.
Look, we'll go ahead and break it down, Destiny. We all compatible.
We all air signs. All 4 of us is air signs. All of us is air signs. All of us. That's kind of crazy that all 4 of us is on this panel. 2 of them is heterosexuals and 2 of us budsexuals. Kind of bananas. And we all air signs. Yeah.
Gemini, we know the truth.
No. You don't know about that part.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah, y'all delusional.
Ain't that right, Miss ATL? You don't know which one you're gonna get from 1 to 30.
You're right.
In a month.
All personalities y'all got. One day you ATL, next day you like ATM, the other day you like ATNO.
I'm a true Gemini.
Yeah, it's definitely
so
like
I do have my days. I ain't gonna lie.
It is a coin toss. And you admit to it.
Yeah, I admit to it. I know it.
I can have
I'd be cool one day, next day I'd be like, man, fuck you, and what the fuck you talking about?
All right, that's when I just walk away. You got it.
What about you, Big Fish? I know. You like that too? You be turning on the dime?
You feel like there's something like that. I hear you, and you got it.
I have my days.
I'm here for you. Like, you got it.
Miss ATL, what sign you is, Miss ATL? What sign is you?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh God,
Damn.
Lady Taurus is so good. I love the Lady Taurus, but y'all men, oh my God, off with their heads.
Oh, they bitches.
Ooh, off with their heads. Those are the worst men on planet Earth.
No, like I could honestly say our Taurus men are
The
bitches.
worst.
The bitches, they are bitches. True
Ooh,
on
damn.
bitches.
Damn,
Damn.
what month is
Men,
that?
those are
That's
men
May.
cancers.
That's
Male
the end of
Tauruses and male cancers are the worst. They off with their heads.
that's the end of April, beginning of May. That's the
Mhm.
Taurus.
Mhm.
Right before
Yes,
Gemini.
off with their
So
heads.
you change on the dime too, Big Fish. It's two sides to you.
Yeah,
Clearly.
I got two sides.
That's why he's
God
big
damn.
fish. You know, like the little Pisces. You know that one fish going up, the other fish going down. That's why he likes, you know, the little. That's why he likes flounder. All Geminis like flounders because they the same people.
We got the two faces.
Ooh,
Yeah, we
Lord.
twin. Yeah, we a twin. I don't know what you
The
talking
one's
about.
going upstream, the other one's going downstream. So you know which
You
one you
see
get.
things differently. You never know. And then y'all be having a shit eating grin every time y'all about to do something sneaky or something. Y'all be having a
Man.
shit eating every Gemini I met. Like how
But
this
they
shit, that's
have
how
to be
you know
jealous.
shit about to pop off.
But do you have enough nerve to be jealous?
You can't be telling our secrets, man.
We may want to do whatever they want to do. They have enough nerve to be jealous. Are you okay, sir? Are you okay?
I ain't jealous. I'm territorial.
You know the right, whatever you
All
want
they
to call it. Whatever
All
you
they
want.
know.
That's what makes
Look,
you jealous in the
look.
background.
And that shit start early. When I had took my nephew, my friend's daughter, and my daughter and my daughter's brother, I took them all to Universal, right? So my nephew that God rest his soul, that just passed, he was younger. And my friend's daughter, he liked her. So we all going towards this ride. And man, he pushed my daughter brother and his brother out the way. Like, nigga, get out the way. I'm about to sit by this little girl. Talk about territorial. Nigga, he peed all around that girl, man.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Especially around my kids.
As a kid, I always
Around my
watched
kids,
the Animal Channel, National Geographic. I was infatuated with lions.
Oh my God.
And that guy pointed out to me before that I had that type of behavior.
You know. Oh, that's good that you're a lion. That means you're a good babysitter. Because lion males, they babysit. No, they do. I'm like Big Fish. I'll be watching National Geographic. I'll be getting into the weeds of these animals. Lioness go hunting, and sometimes the baby cubs, come and look from a distance. But when they be fucking up the groove by making noise and shit, the lioness will call. They got this call that they give to the daddy. He'll come by, scoop up the kids, or tell them to shut up. Because whenever the mama say shut up, they don't listen. But when the daddy say shut up, they lay down and be quiet. That's true. They the babysitters.
Like Debo, better take your ass home.
Girl, I don't. You know what?
I like lions. Boy, I love lions.
My ex-husband was a Cancer, and Aquarius and a Cancer have no business ever being together. You know what? He's probably a good dude. He's a good dude to like the lady. He just the lady he deals with. She's a Gemini, and they work pretty good together. That's a good lady. She's a very good lady. I love that lady.
You gotta understand, Cancers, or you never will. They do everything for the family, believe it or not. Everything that they do can track back to why they doing it for the family, for their family. They will stand up to, like my daughter would go toe to toe with me. She know I can win, but she'll go toe to toe for me with her man for her man. Yeah, I can't say shit. I be like, girl, watch your mouth now, mama. Watch your mouth.
No, I can't
looking
say
at
that.
her like, girl, I will knock your ass
out.
Nah, I can't. No. Every Cancer I know, they some weirdos. I would never date another Cancer again in my life. I know that one. We don't get along.
Well, I already know that. In the Scorpio, no. And the Sagittarius, no.
Nothing. Anything in that water sign, yeah, fucking water signs. Pisces included.
Definitely
fucking water sign. Yeah, I need me another air sign. Or I like a fire sign. I like fire signs.
Big Fish, what you about to say? I see you keep going back and forth with your mute button.
I was waiting for her to quit talking. I ain't want to be rude, but I ain't got nothing to say yet.
I'm like, this nigga keep going back and forth with the mute button. I'm like, what the fuck? But hey, go ahead, Destiny.
You won't hurt my big picture. I promise you won't hurt my feelings. Miss T will tell you I'm not very easily. My feelings don't easily get hurt. Fuck feelings over
I ain't
here.
trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I wasn't about to say nothing rude.
You won't hurt my feelings no way. So you
But look,
pay the
y'all,
bills over here. That hurt my feelings.
look, I enjoyed it, and you know, it's been 3.5 hours. I'm so glad we had this time together.
Miss T, wipe the cream off your lips though before you go.
Hey, you know it's good hurt too.
Huh?
It's good hurt out there.
See, Destiny be trying to take shots. She think I don't know this.
Yeah, I heard what she said.
You heard? Yeah, this big
she said, "Wipe the damn cream off your mouth."
Wipe the cream off the mouth before I go. Destiny, you wiping for me. Okay?
Hey, you telling on yourself, Destiny?
These are virgin ears, Destiny. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about.
Miss T is a Libra. Don't let that Libra fool you now. Now I know about them Libras. Especially ladies.
Look, we like Deontay Wilder and Bud Crawford.
I don't know that.
We moving. Mr. Still your man. Mr. Still your man. Looking ass over there.
I don't know now.
How cute said, I love when he said that.
Y'all playing about Miss T. I don't know if she I don't know if she got the white stuff on her lips right now or not, but she have it sometime this night.
I take everything in stride. Miss T kind of open book, but she kind of not. You know, I don't mind talking about my failures, my success, or whatever. I take everything in stride. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. You know, I'm just trying to get along in the world as best I can to come out on top. That's all. Yeah, I just want to be on top. That's all.
You know, literally, huh? Literally on top, huh? Literally.
Yeah, I just want to be on top. Sensation.
You like the way I rock.
So you want to be on top?
Always want to be on top.
Okay.
Let a sister work it out.
You got a good thing. I want to see you again. That's that workout. You said workout.
Hey, workout. Yeah, work it out, sister.
Yeah, that J. Cole on your way, nigga.
What's up, Destiny?
So you better work it out. This team.
Better work it out. You better work. I bet y'all know who I'm talking about on that one.
Hey, that was motivation right there. See?
Wow.
I believed it.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Destiny, when I say that?
But I ain't hear what you baby girl. What you said?
You better work.
Oh yeah. I know what that is. You better
That's
work.
When you go put the back brace on.
Look, when he used to say that shit, I loved it.
Right, my whole life from that shit. I love me some RuPaul. I love me some RuPaul.
I can't put a name on it. Who said
you go get the back brace out the closet on her
ass. RuPaul. Yeah, if you said motivation, I'm thinking of Kelly Price. You know, I'm sorry, not Kelly Price, but Kelly Rowland. Motivation.
Shit, both of them.
When I got work to do, I be thinking about.
Yeah, I hear Kelly ass too.
Boy, Kelly Rowland, oh my.
Yeah, Kelly Rowland, but Kelly Price, that's a big lady.
I'm gonna hit her ass too.
I met her before she blew up. Before she not blew up like that, but let me rephrase that. Before she got popular, when they used to still have record stores.
Like get lotion on her hair.
Before, listen, the bitch can sing. Kelly, look, if your ass can sing, I don't give a fuck how you come, how you present it or whatever. And
well, Miss T, I do care about how you come. Don't come on me. Come someplace else.
Let me say this. R. Kelly, I hate to say this. I really do. Two things can be true. The nigga is crazy. He a pervert and all that good stuff. But he is the best singer by far that I've heard in my lifetime, male-wise.
Singer?
Male-wise.
What you think best music?
He's the best singer.
No, sing like vocals.
Sung the national
vocals. You talking about vocals? You talking about actual vocals? He sings better than Luther Vandross.
Vocals.
No, Miss T does not sing. No, he does not sing better than Luther Vandross. No, ma'am. He does not sing better than Ron Isley. No, he does not have the best vocal.
I
He
know
got
where
the
Miss
best
T
vocal.
cut. I know where Miss T cut. At least to me, just the wording, the lyrics, and his sound. Like ain't
Yeah.
nobody. The hits that he got, ain't nobody fucking with him.
That's
Ain't nobody
fair.
fucking with him.
Ain't nobody
But,
fucking hit for hit. He got more than anybody. Michael
but
Jackson, every
vocals,
goddamn body.
yeah, I know plenty that can out sing him.
And look, and Kelly Price almost up there with her, because them the only two people I heard doing like a national anthem type song, and had you like, what? That nigga, man, shit. In the early 90s, R. Kelly, but oh God.
Hey, I was fucking with R. Kelly. I swear to God, I was. But just when he got convicted, it's like when I try to listen to the song, I just start thinking about little girls and shit. I was like, hell no.
It's disturbing, right? It's motherfucking disturbing. It's disturbing. I can't do it.
I can't listen to it no more.
I can't buy his shit, but
I don't listen to Mystical no more. None of that shit. No,
I can't no more with Mystical. I heard he got in trouble again. I was trying to get a nigga a pass, but I'm like, nigga, Mystical had that voice. He could be like, take your drawers off. And you be like, okay, so both legs, what you say? You know? I mean, he had that kind of voice. I don't know, his voice did something to me.
I put that thing on the track and make it move.
Yeah.
She said, bitch, take the drawers off.
With the quickness, I'm saying, which leg you want me to go first? Hey, baby.
Damn.
You know, he was like, to me, he had that voice.
Cat Williams came out here about a month or two ago. I went and seen him, man. He was talking about Mystical.
Oh shit!
Funny as shit, boy.
She's on fire.
Was he? Okay, yeah, man. Mystical. I can't even. I'm gonna have to enjoy what I enjoy before it was my family, because I can't get into no new shit. But if you listen to Mystical on No Limit shit, he made the song sound good.
Oh man.
Let's see what he tell you again.
Damn.
What you say, Destiny? I'm telling you, man. And
every time I hear Mystical, all I'm hear, bitch, take your drawers off.
I mean, it's only a couple of niggas out there that can tell you take your drawers off. You be like, which leg? What leg you want to stop with? That's Mystical, R. Kelly. Now, not no more, but I'm talking about how they sing or how they deliver their music vocally. And motherfucking Teddy P.
The funny thing is you kind of, I kind of see Mystical in that shit though. The way you said it.
Damn.
Like,
God
yes,
know I'm telling the truth. God know I'm telling the truth. That nigga, look, every time his music come on, I don't care how old his song is, I was like, Mystical put me in the mood.
Hey, that might be worse than how I used to think about R. Kelly. I was just Mystical, so I'm like, oh shit, I'll turn this shit. Bitch, take the drawers off.
Turn the lights out.
He said, turn the lights out.
Get undressed, bitch. I'm like, yes, sir. I do believe in turn this lights out and get undressed. Yes, sir.
He said, bitch, turn the light off.
Yeah, man.
Missy, that's what I do. That's why I fucking love it. It's crazy.
Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I ain't the only one. I thought I was the only one. And here go my sister over there, man. Talk about a bitch losing their mind when this nigga start rapping.
Man. Oh man.
You want to take your underwears off. But nigga said you gotta take your underwears off because what else you gonna do?
With the quickness.
Hey, she said turn the light off.
With the quickness. That's why I did, and he's not a bad looking guy. I was like, why you around here taking
Why did you take your ass? Nigga, you Mystical. What are you doing?
Like usually that has nothing to do with power.
Hey, he did make that song The Pussy Crook, so he told us already.
What?
All he gotta do is
he got a song called Pussy Crook.
Yeah. I mean
that song sounds disturbing.
Pull it up.
Look, all he gotta do is put shit in platonic terms and you will follow.
I swear to God. Look it up.
Miss ATL in the background, she might horny today. Please, ATL gonna handle the white people. She's horny, but she about to take her underwear now.
She come on with the police.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the song come on with the police. It says calling all cars, calling all cars. We're looking for a suspect armed with a dick.
Bring your dickoscope.
Like he was on,
I swear to God, that's how it come on.
Or something like that.
Oh
like,
man.
Not the
Swear to God, look it up.
Huh?
Swear to God.
Hey, when I got the ATL, Miss T, we have to meet up with Mr. ATL, Mrs. ATL. Don't make it seem like they are so fun. I try to get my life with y'all too. Y'all feel like y'all is fun as fuck.
Big Fish, I love your calm over.
Nigga, Dallas.
Who is? I can't fuck with you.
Damn, she said I'm in Dallas next to Earl. Fuck you.
What picture is this? What guy is
She
this?
just put me in Dallas and shit with Earl.
That's Teddy Long, Miss T. You don't watch wrestling. That's Teddy Long.
That's fucked up. I ain't that much of her goddamn sexual. She said, yeah, that nigga done moved to Dallas.
Big Fish, you like Dallas? I think you Dallas, Big Fish. Big Fish is in Dallas.
Look, Big Fish and Destiny can meet up.
Girl, that's like 4 hours. Hey, Big Fish, tell her how, like, the traffic here between Dallas and Houston.
Dallas and Houston? Yeah,
no, Big Fish.
Yeah. All the traffic leaving out of Houston and coming into Houston, but everything else cool.
Well, I can't come to Houston. Hell no.
Big Fish. When you go
meet you got to meet in Dallas. I can't come to Houston.
You go meet up with Destiny. Make sure you bring your dickoscope.
Nah, I'm bullshit. I got some people in Houston too.
Instead of your stethoscope, bring your dickoscope.
I don't know what that is, Miss T. You got
make sure I check in. Who I gotta check in with, Brian? I'm trying to go back home.
Check in with Destiny. You gotta go.
I'm trying to make it back.
You gotta go check in with Fish.
No, it just takes forever to get to, like, I could never, like, girl, Dallas is like it's supposed to be like a 3.5 hour drive, but it usually takes about 5 of them hours. The traffic is so terrible. It's good and terrible. And the gas, you know how high gas is, Miss T? I'm on my big wheel right now, okay? Because gas is so expensive. So I got my big wheel out. So it took me like a few days to get there to Dallas to go argue with goddamn Big Fish.
$5 a gallon?
About $3, about 3 of them, but still expensive.
Ain't that bad.
And I have to take my big wheel, so it's going to take me like a couple of days to go argue with Big Fish.
I'm going down to San Antonio. I'll pick her up along the way. She come hang out with me and Q.
I love Six Flags. I love SeaWorld. We can go ride and ride. And you know what? I'm very wet and I'm just playing.
Them shits is not open right now.
No, she ain't playing, Big Fish. You just heard her.
Six Flags is not open.
Big Fish. This show dubs as a love connection too.
Six Flags.
I see. Oh man.
But I want to do like SeaWorld though. That shit they actually have the best rides in SeaWorld.
We going to SeaWorld, Destiny. That's what you want
to do. They have better rides in SeaWorld than they have at Six Flags. So seriously, like when I took my twins, shut the fuck up, ATL.
I ain't saying that. Damn.
It was me.
We just made a love connection. You know what? Look, y'all need to go out on a date and then come back and how the
Hey, Big Fish, you know.
Hey, Miss T, we gonna talk about it on the after the date is how we work about
and I'll be like, look, I'll pay for the next date if y'all willing to go back up the date.
Hey, Miss T,
sounds like a deal to me.
Miss T,
for y'all. I hate all 4 of y'all. I really do. I miss ATL too now. I hate all 4 of y'all.
I know you know
what's gonna happen, Big Fish? What she gonna say?
Miss T, she gonna be like, man, that motherfucker made me pay for my own food after I was talking about Earl Spence.
Don't do no that shit. Like, yo, let him pay.
Hey, what buddy you said back in the day? Let's welcome to the show, Destiny Black. Gonna be to
I'll put it in on it.
General Big Fish.
I'll put it in on it.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
I got your.
So where do you guys go on your first date?
Whatever you want, okay?
Yeah, we went and got some scraps, and then we got some crabs.
Big Fish gonna be like, whatever you like.
And we had got up here and shit. And then we went to the museum and shit, and the trap house.
That what T.I. Trap House
You
is.
gonna be like, I try to teach her everything I know about
Then we with the Spawn Divot.
everything.
I try to get some culture. I took her to trap house trying to get some culture.
I try to teach her everything you know about life and shit.
And I'm looking at him like, I already got it, boo.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and do that little connection. Come back on the
Anyway,
and talk
I
about
need you to record your reaction.
in God.
Ooh, I can see it. Ooh.
there's
A round of
God
applause.
somewhere.
the back is back there so messy. So messy.
Yeah, I hear her back there. She funny.
Oh, instigate ass nigga.
Look, I'm serious. Y'all go ahead.
That's
Y'all
a charge
look.
to me. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a little
Look, I'll pay for y'all McDonald's dinner or whatever.
Miss T.
I'm just
Hey, we take Uber Eats.
What's up?
I'll send you the address.
Miss T said McDonald's dinner.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's all I
Man,
can
shit,
afford.
you gotta be appreciative. See,
Yeah, you
see what I'm talking about, Miss T? She ain't even.
Yeah, she ain't in free.
You have to-
Yeah.
I just want a Big Mac. Yeah.
I just want a
Say
Big
for the
Mac.
extra, like with an extra chicken nugget. With an
Can I
extra
get
chicken
extra
nugget,
mac
Miss T.
sauce?
I take a big meal with an extra chicken nugget, like one
want
extra.
extra
I
mac
got
sauce.
you.
That's
You
all I
want
want.
big fish? What you want?
It could be one Big Mac. Just put extra
What you
mac
say,
sauce on.
Miss T?
Look, what's your order? She already told me her order. What's your order?
Destiny.
Oh man, I don't need to eat.
They don't need to eat. Hey, since I love both of y'all represent. Put it down. I got you. You put
Miss T,
that
Miss T, I got you with your wet nap, so your lips, wipe your lips off.
Damn.
All right, listen. I done serviced up all the guys that came through. That's why they come through.
Yup. We satisfied.
Y'all should get up for real, though. Y'all should get up for real, though. Y'all right there in the same.
Miss T, stop it. Miss T, cut shit, cut bullshit.
Y'all in the same state.
No, I'm an asshole though in real life though, not just for fake. I really like to be alone. I truly love my solidarity.
Really a sweet person.
Like, yo, he might strangle me. My ex-husband tried to strangle me because I'm really an asshole in real life.
We only need 3 minutes, Destiny.
We are assholes. I know I'm one.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Like
3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Right, it'll be 3 minutes. Strangle this bitch.
3 minutes and then I'm
Damn,
gone.
what 3 minutes gonna do?
3 minutes strangling shit. This bitch talk too much shit.
You sound like Richard Pryor. That was Richard Pryor. He said, "Give me like 3 minutes."
Yeah.
I ain't running nowhere to go there. Cause I ain't no motherfucker.
No, I'm an asshole in real life though, not for fake though. For
No,
real,
she
for real.
not, y'all. Stop putting that out there. She's not an asshole in real life.
Man, yeah, it should be. General Big Fish, I'm so happy you came.
Little Destiny, let me in.
Not. Why does it sound like Minnie Mouse? Why does it sound like Minnie Mouse though? I'm so happy you came. We're not big boy. Okay, y'all, let's let go.
Before we take it overboard, we just having fun, y'all. Anybody who listen?
Yes.
Everybody's
Yeah,
respectful.
people freaking and shit. We sorry. We was just playing, right? Niggas be sensitive and shit.
I know, right?
A lot of people don't get none, but we understand.
Me and Destiny used to say, coming to the panel.
Man.
Me and Destiny used
Sorry
to say,
to the people who don't get none. My bad. You wouldn't understand.
We used to say, you can come into the panel. We ain't gonna bite you unless you want us to. Remember,
plenty of other channels out there for you to watch, though. You know.
Destiny, we used to say that. Like, we ain't gonna bite you unless you want us to.
Yeah. We don't bite for real, not for real. We have fun though, honestly. Nobody takes it to heart for real. Like, I'm not gonna be like, get off this panel and be mad. Man, Miss T said that shit live on TV. I think it's for the rest of my life. I mean, who the fuck got time for that shit? Life's too short. Although Big Fish, when I meet you on site, nigga, it's on site. And I'm
Like, what you talking about?
In the car.
fighting, y'all. Y'all get somebody in the damn gutter. Somebody fighting.
I ain't seen nothing.
Hey, Miss T.
You better win.
This is what it's gonna sound like in the
He
room.
gonna win. Destiny gonna pin him down and beat his
What's up?
ass. His face gonna be fucked up, and they gonna get back in the car.
Like,
she gonna be smacking him all in the face in the car. Like,
That part is ATL right there. It's gonna be like, damn, Shorty got hands, all 5'4" feet of me. Yeah, she's like, she got hands to 5'4".
Hey.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
Big Fish, I got this left and this right now. Which one you want now? I'm left-handed.
I'm 6'6", Destiny. I ain't worried about you.
You have her
You too little.
6 what?
6'6".
Okay, but I put on heels. So when I put on heels, I'm about 5'9", about 5'9".
Training time out. Big Fish, you 6'6".
5'9" with the soul of a 6'4" nigga.
You 6'6". You ain't
Yeah,
6'6". Are you fucking serious?
Yep.
That's a giant. Okay, but I can stand on my bed and talk shit though. That's why I'm doing that. I'm not standing on the bed.
Put your goddamn heels on, girl.
Well, I don't know why in my head, Big Fish, you was like 5'10".
That sound good. You gotta stand on the bed, Destiny. That's
Yeah.
He said when he choke slam your ass on the bed, you better be ready.
What you do?
Big Fish locked in now.
He gonna Undertaker your ass.
Have your tallest heels on.
Miss ATL, my ex-husband tell me that shit all the time. He's like, Destiny, you talk shit like you about 6'8", 300 pounds.
So you gonna hear that bell?
150.
Undertaker bell is gonna be like, boom. You'll smash your ass through the headboard on you.
The Martin episode.
Girl, jack your ass up against this fucking wall. Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna have like that scene on Baby Boy jumping around like in the frog pose.
Oh damn! She gonna be making tacos.
Look, only in Texas, I tell you, only in Texas.
Don't do it. Only in don't Texas. Make no tacos.
Man, I make no tacos, Destiny.
Don't make no tacos, Destiny.
I'm Mexican. I'm black. I don't know how to make tacos. I'm black. I don't make tacos. I make black.
Exactly.
Tacos. Get it. Bye, ATL. Bye, mistake. Bye, Big Fish. Good night, y'all.
Is that your closing statement? We closing out. We closing out. Yeah, thank you, Destiny, for joining as usual, my little sis. Thank you, Miss ATL, my little sis. You know, y'all little sis to me. No. When I say little sis, because people like, wake up. I'm just recognizing the fact that y'all still young and still in the game. You know, I'm out past. But thank you, Big Fish. Thank you, Big Fish, for coming through and having fun with us and all that. Hey, Destiny, you slid out the ring that early.
Mm-hmm.
Big Fish, you done made her tap out.
Yeah, she tapped out.
Damn. Yes, I know you ain't gonna. You better click the name. I know you ain't going out like that.
The height.
I ain't gonna lie, Big Fish. When you said 6'6", you made me gulp over here like.
That's making you money.
I'm like, well, I ain't know what kind of mans you was. Okay.
Damn.
6'6". Maybe you have to reevaluate some things.
Oh, Missy.
Hey, not Slim Thug. He out there in Houston too. Slim Thug on her ass.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
You know how Slim Thug is to you from Houston. Hey, sipping on foes, riding on. Hey, man, tell her. You better tell her, shout it. Hey.
I just seen a picture. I heard about him all these years. Never knew what he looked like, and I seen a picture. I was like, my goodness. Let me see where you been.
You said, what's it? My braids went out. Hey, and they killed that shit, right?
But anyway, I think all our signs we've been lined up. We lined up. ATL, I think you better be careful because you might make a baby tonight. Because it seemed like all our air signs are lined up tonight. Everybody feeling froggy.
I got something lined up, all right.
He ain't making no baby with me. I like to meet the person he is making baby with me. Like, congratulations, girl. Ooh, welcome to the family. Not with me.
I gotta go make some phone calls.
I'm be aiming right at her spinal cord.
Oh yeah, the other girl.
That third chakra.
That third chakra. Look, I gotta make some phone calls to go see a man about a horse.
I feel.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, we done made Big Fish step out. All right, Big Fish, thank you for coming through.
All right, ATL, bro. Y'all take it easy.
All right, okay.
All right, thank you. What in your Pamela James voice?
Oh yeah, look. Hey, y'all got some work to do. I got work to do. I got work. My Vanessa voice, I can't even say. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me. And in my Pamela James voice, how we do it, ATL? Peace.